Theme song. Oh, welcome to episode 1 of Stream Haven, which is going to be... I think we need a better name for it. I mean, I like Stream Haven just as like a fun... This is what I'm streaming Space Haven, but like... I want some sort of like a westerny or just like a fun name for this. So feel free to toss that in the comments below for what we can call this particular adventure we're about to embark on. This pre-recorded bit here is just to explain the crew setup, which sometimes takes a long time, and I like to really think about it. So we're just going to jump forward through that part and get straight to the gameplay by showing you a brief overview of how we've set this game up. As you can see, it's Alpha 12 time, baby. So this is an all Alpha 12 start. By the end of this mission, who knows? Maybe it'll be Alpha 15 by the time this story concludes. And maybe we just stream the whole thing. I don't know. It could be fun. So right away, we're going to get started. New game. I'm going to call it not New Haven 2. I'm going to call it Stream Haven. And maybe we'll come up with a better save name for it, but that doesn't really matter. We're going to go normal because there's no other game mode, so that's pretty simple. And then we're going to go abandoned mining station. This is because you got to start from scratch, and I kind of like that the most. However, I have built of all the difficulties here, we've got peaceful, which gives you like just an absolute ton of resources. I absolutely recommend playing on peaceful because really what we're after is building a ship, right? Like that's what you want to do is make a ship. So, but instead for this one, just for a nice harsh one, I've set it on harsh, but claimable harsh. And you'll see some of the differences right away. So I edited a little bit, but we'll show you that not much is edited. Essentially, I'm going to go with a crew of 5 instead of 6. I think a crew of 6 it's pretty big, and you kind of feel already kind of complete. I think 5 is good. I think even 4 could be good, but I think we'll stick with 5 and really get to know all 5 of them before we meet any other crew members, I imagine. We're not going to be taking any ships down with only 5 crew. And I've also given one of them a shotgun just to make life a little easier in the early game, especially on harsh when we've got, like full-on alien presence, very common. So the aliens have like fully taken over the universe here, so it's going to be pretty tough. So already looking forward to that, but I just want a shotgun. I just want life to be a little easier, and maybe our captain or one of our main characters. I just feel like this is going to help kind of give the characters a bit more spice to have at least one shotgun to start with. Not a lot of water and power rods, although energy rods are not going to be very useful to begin with anyway, because we won't have researched the ability to use them and process them. It'll all be this energium here that we go through first. The other thing I've changed from harsh is instead of having a derelict vessel to go through, this is all based on some hints, some comments I got on the Discord server, which is like start with 3 claimable vessels. So we're going to do that. We don't know what happened to these claimable vessels. Shout out to their families. We're not sure what took them down, but they're there. They are derelicts, but derelicts that we can fly. So the plan here is to see which one of these 3 is going to be... We got a couple of shape options, but we have to pick one of these 3 to be our ship. We don't have to. We could start a brand new ship. But just for the fun of it, we're going to start a claimable vessel. We're going to try to retool it to our purposes and just get her ship-worthy and take off in today's stream. Everything else is set the same. Rare, low, medium, low, blah, 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 blah. This is all the same here, folks. Nothing to see here. You can go and look through this. This is all harsh. This is all very harsh. I have not touched it. I'm not looking forward to it, and I'm probably not going to be very good at it. So I'm going to turn off scenario hints, though, as well. Okay, so the next thing we do before we get to know our crew is we'll just hit this button on the seed a little bit. I don't know why. It just feels like weird to go with the first seed, and I don't like that number. I want like 4s. I want more 4s in the number. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm doing this. Ooh, that's kind of fun. Okay, let's this is a dub now. Okay, that's good enough. Let's meet the crew. Ladies and gentlemen, your crew for the new adventure we're going on. I'm going to go with no uniforms for this run because obviously we have a bunch of, like, we don't have lots of, we're not going to have hundreds of characters to deal with. We're just going to have, I think, a maximum of 8. That's what I should aim for, always about 8. So other than that, I think with prisoners and stuff, we're going to want to sell them off anyway, because on harsh, any more mouths to feed, even 8 mouths might be too many mouths to feed. So again, feel free to hit me up in the comments and the chats and stuff, and fight me on that 8 number. We could go down to 6 maybe, I don't know, but I think 8 is going to be good for our team so far. And so yeah, again, we're not going with any uniform plans. I think they're all just going to be a bunch of people making a go of it out there in the verse. Going for a little bit of a Firefly thing. So maybe, I'm not sure, but maybe there's a couple of Easter eggs. If you know your Firefly well, that'll be in here as well. So here's the crew. We've got Hal, not Shifty Hal, although maybe we don't know if this guy's going to turn out to be a Shifty Hal. Maybe we'll have to change his nickname. But this crew of misfits, they call him Scrubs. He's going to do a lot of the flying. He's a great pilot, although I think navigation is what you need for the actual jump panel. But regardless, he's going to be our pilot, as we like to think of him, always just hanging out in the command deck there, playing with his toys or whatever. And he also does a lot of research. He's a smart guy. Does some industry. He's going to be very useful around here. I think one of the reasons they call him Scrubs as well is because he's a great doctor. Then we have Bailey. Bailey is the ship's engineer. Construction 3, Botany 3, Industry 2, not so great, but again, Construction 3. She is keeping the operations. She is keeping this ship going, and that's Bailey's job there. Then we have Brooke Tam over here. Brooke is a, what is she good at? She's good at a lot of stuff. She's another good doctor. She's probably going to be doing a lot of the botany as well, and the mining. She'll head out into that mining ship. A bit of a weird one, Brooke. She doesn't talk too much. She's a little bit of a weirdo, but we like her all the same. Then we have Jamie here. Jamie, oh man, weapons guy, accuracy 65%. Used to be a bartender, so he's very smart. He's also quite brave. His surrender is 0, so he might panic. I think everybody else is like, oh yeah, look at that. Bailey, she's not giving up. No, but Jamie, he might give up. We'll be careful with him. However, he is our weapons aficionado, so he's definitely going to be doing a lot of the boarding and some of the dirty work there as well. And then headed up, name that I totally made up myself, Ralcom Menolds. Ralcom, or Rally, we might call him, used to be a police officer. I think he might be the captain of this ship. You know, it's tough to say. You don't want to say who's the captain right away, but Ralcom's a surefire contender. Great for surrender, an excellent weapons person, nice and accurate. He can do kind of a little bit of everything on the ship, but he's not the expert at lots of stuff. He's not really the expert at anything, except for fighting, it seems. He also has nyctophilia, so he's fine to know windows. So, I mean, I think he's kind of the last one to shut off the lights at night. And with that crew all set and our story ready to begin, let's take this material mover, engineer, driller, bartender, and police officer on the journey to find their hope. Let's get started with Streamhaven. Oh, it's got to create it. Okay, well, that's a little anticlimactic. But in a second, we're going to get started with Streamhaven. Okay, here we are. That brings us to this moment now, which is, in fact, live. Hello, everybody. Hello, Marlowe's Dream and Triforce and Arwolf. The whole team is here. The King, let's go. Yes, we are here, and we are playing some solid content, Spacehaven. We're playing Streamhaven. Again, we'll come up with a name. I want to come up with like a... Oh, Arwolf just came up with one. Fireflaven. It's Firefly, but it's Spacehaven. I love it. That's kind of what we're going for with this run, although, knowing my luck, all of these people are about to die anyway. However, I do have a surprise in Discord. I think he's still there. Are you there, Mr. Axel Junkila?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. Surprise! We got the freaking guy who created the game hanging out in the Discord with us today.
Yeah, exciting stuff. I'm happy to be here, and you know.
That's awesome. Well, I'm glad you're here, and it's going to be fun to hang out and talk about the game with you. Martin says, we are doomed! Yeah, I don't know if you've seen some of my videos of this, Axel, but, like, people tend to die in my games. It doesn't go great. So I'm trying a small crew run this time around, so this could be like a game ender.
Yeah, I'm really liking how the walls look on the space station. Like, there's the colors giving it some...
Now, that's, like, automatically generated, right? These are just sort of random, unless the painter paints them?
Yeah, like we created this random generator to create kind of patterns.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, no, I really like it. I tried. I'm going to have to like learn how to get better at doing that kind of stuff. Like coming up with a paint style.
Yeah.
Right off the bat here, I'm going to give Ralcom Menolds. He's going to have the shotgun. Sorry, this is going to be like, because right off the top, I have to do like a little bit of like gameplay prep here. But I also wanted to have you on so that we could like talk about like how the development has been going. And it's been going, how long has it been working on now? Like 5 years?
Yeah, 5 years now. Like we have our double anniversary, 5 years since we started, and 1 year in early access.
Well, happy double anniversary. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Right off the bat, I'm going to go explore these claimable vessels. Actually, I don't know if you saw that in the preamble, but I added 3 claimable vessels. And the idea, something that they've been asking in the chats and the Discord and stuff like that, is like, can you do a claimable vessel start? So start out with one of these, and we'll do a little bit of building, add in like 65 more windows, and then see if we can't make it through the galaxy in one of these claimable vessels. So that's kind of what we're up to now. And I've got my initial shooty team, Bailey, Ralcom, and Jamie, headed over to check it out, while Hal, hopefully not Shifty Hal, and Brooke do some work. There's so much going on in the chat. I'm trying to keep up with the chat here. Threefold Path, welcome aboard the membership team. You friggin' rock. Dan said, I don't have a question, but I have some feedback. As a sound engineer, I really loved the last patch. Some sounds play way too frequently.
Yeah.
Oh, I read that out loud. I should have pre-read it or something, but you know, it is what it is. What is, because you added a bunch of new sounds in for Alpha 12, yeah? Hello, Carol Boys.
Yeah, like many new sounds, and also like.
And was that all Mr. Zimmerman?
Yeah, he's doing both the music and the sounds. So.
I love that. I'm sure there's like a lot that goes into the tuning of it at all. But what I noticed this time around, I don't know if it was always like this, but I noticed that like there's now sort of like location specific sounds, like the engine room. Every sort of machine kind of emits its own little sound.
Yeah, like it's also something that's different from our previous games. So it was interesting to learn something new again, and it was like much more complex to get sounding good, because at first the idle sounds were quite loud, and I noticed that they're just ruining the music. So I had to spend a lot of time trying to kind of get it to a suitable level, and I've actually tweaked all the sounds individually. Their sound volumes, yeah, and we still have much more sounds to come. So,
even more sounds to come.
Yeah, like there's a lot of sounds missing. Like for example, the jukebox doesn't have a sound yet. It needs.
Oh, the jukebox is gonna have some music playing.
Yeah, well, like some kind of tune, a looping tune, which doesn't mess with the music.
Right. That's fair. Is it gonna be just like? Is it gonna be some Space Haven music?
I don't know. It's up to Paul. It's like I really like the arcade machine. It has a nice little.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Oh yeah, I was gonna say like, oh, let's go look at one, but we don't. I don't think we have one built yet. Oh, we've got this. The jukebox.
You need to research it.
Yeah, so. We got to research a lot.
Yeah.
Marlowe's asks, how big is the dev team?
We have three members. We have one programmer, one graphic artist, and I'm taking care of everything else. So
cool.
Yeah, it's a really small team.
You're taking care of everything else and joining people on streams. So I don't know how you. I don't know how you can keep up with it.
Well, I really like to lurk on Twitch and like watch when people are streaming live. And
I guess for like indie developers, like smaller companies or whatever, that is a sense of there's like a little bit of QA going on there. There's a little bit of like you get to see what just like normal folks are doing when they play the game.
Sure, and it's like it's one of the most satisfying things. Just a few days ago, I saw someone who works at Facebook. He was playing the game, and at one point he just mentioned like this game is really dope. And I was like, it's so satisfying to hear that.
Well, especially from other coders or other programmers or people that are just even like a little bit in the business, that must feel really good. Okay, Ralcom, you need to open this door here and like float out and get a good vantage point with your shotgun. Does he even have the? Oh yeah, he's got the shotgun. I don't know if this is different. It looks like there's some like more recoil out of the shotgun. Maybe that's in my own. That's just in my head. Maybe.
Yeah.
It is? Okay.
Yeah.
What do we think? This could be a good candidate for a claimable vessel to live on. Sorry, I'm going to jump back and forth between the actual game going on because I kind of want to get to know my crew a little bit here. But also, I mean, the Axel is here. So we're going to have to talk about the game. But also, this is a great time to catch up. There's a lot of bugs already in my home, starting sector, so that already doesn't bode well. That already makes me quite scared for the future. Let's dock here. I really like docking and floating, especially with these ships that are so blown to pieces. I can get some good shooting spots, and I don't think I'm going to get bitten by any crawly boys. The haulers can still float, though, right? They'll come out to you.
Yeah,
They'll
can.
float out into space to come get you. Okay.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on this. Now, right off the bat, I'm thinking like, yeah, this ship, Arwolf, good point. I was just about to say that. This ship has a good hyperdrive, but the problem is I don't know if I can build... I can't build an energy refinery yet. So I actually can't turn this Hyperium into hyperfuel. So I think I might have to claim this vessel and disassemble this thing and take its pieces and build a lower tech hyperdrive engine, which we'll get into the research stuff in a second.
Maybe, but you can also trade for the hyperfuel if you have other goods. So.
Do we have a refinery in here?
No, but like you can trade with other factions.
Oh yeah, but I mean, will they come? Well, are they going to come to this sector? They sometimes do, right?
Right. Yeah, you need.
Like, how am I going to get out of here? Let's take a look at our
right.
home sector. Like, how are we even doing? Just got to research the refinery before you run out. I mean, that's a good point. I should probably research the refinery, and I should probably start mining all this stuff. I've been too like, oh, there's another claimable vessel. We could just switch immediately. I've been too excited to start talking about the game with Axel that I kind of forgot that like we're on playing on harsh right now. This is not going to be an easy life. We got to get going. So let's mine all this stuff and bring it aboard the what is this? The HSB Bianca. I love it. And then let's kind of keep. Chat? Do we have any votes for like the ship you like the most? I think this one, Lon. I want to make Triforce feel better with the super chat. Lon and Triforce have a little bit of a super chat war going on in chat, Axel, just as a backstory there. These ones, I don't know. This one looks like the most filled out, and then we could just either try to keep this engine or what's coming? Oh no! Relcom Mental took a lot of bites there for a second. Let's go pop this door and get these two guys ready in sort of a firing position. Let's bring Rally over here. No, you go. You go over here. You come down here. Oh, we're fine. We're fine. Okay, I don't have to worry about it too much. Now, some people always ask in the chat, how do you do the control groups? So you select who you want, or you can select who you want up here, and then you just hit control and then the number you want. So Brooke and Hal are now control group 2. Although Brooke is not selecting, and that's because she is in a vessel. So the control groups by default will work, but it's hard to select people if they're on different parts of the ship, or different ships, rather, is what I meant. Okay, now this is another good, like, claimable vessel. It's also a very large footprint. So let's hear those votes in the chat, like which one? This one's 1 down here, 2, and 3. Do we have any questions in the chat? It's hard to keep up with the chat right now. This is the biggest stream I've ever done.
About kneeling, if it affects anything. And
about which? Sorry.
About when you kneel with a character in combat.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, we've been debating about this for a while.
Yeah. So my guess would be no, it doesn't affect anything. But this is one of those like. Things where if I would ask my brother, he would be like, he has to check, because like if you can imagine coding a game over 5 years, it's sometimes hard to remember if you coded a line in there like 3 or 4 years back to have some kind of effect on the accuracy, for example.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But like characters and also the combat is something we are going to work on more in the future. So it's so we're going to kind of put that package in a better shape then. Oh,
I love that. Lon, I was the first to join. Oh yeah, Lon was our first member, by the way. And Gino, Space Haven Funds, thank you very much for the Space Haven Funds. You guys are so awesome. Another good question, when do we get grenades and armor? Dema is asking when do we get grenades and armor, but like expecting grenades and armor.
Actually, we already have grenades in
we have grenades?
It's in our editor. Like we control grenades. So yeah.
No way.
Yeah, so we're still like, we're probably gonna need to polish it a little bit, but yeah, we can throw grenades and have them explode. But it's like, it might be a little bit like you throw one and you're like, oops, you went on your own crew member. So.
Oh yeah, so there's gonna be first of all explosions, but also we could have like collateral damage and stuff.
Yeah.
So how many ship points is this thing taking? Oh, I think because the mining base is taking up some ship points, isn't it? I'm just wondering why I can't claim this one here. Ship points 4. This one is ship points. That should only be 1 ship point. This should be 2, and I have 4 left. But it won't let me claim this one. I have 0 of 8, it says. Maybe I have to abandon, because I really want to take these ones apart. If I abandon this... Oh, I can't abandon it now. Oh, I think we might have... Folks, we might have made our decision.
Try clicking the abandon. Can't you abandon the...
This one?
The other... Oh, no, the other ships. Did you have them?
I had a ship I was building, and I've taken that away. So that one, but maybe it's still taking up system points. What if I put this in? Ship points 3 of 8. Let's create that, and let's see if that helps. Claim. It still does. It thinks I have too few ship points. That's all right.
Yeah. So you have that in the upper section. You have that one. So that's
one
taking
here. Yeah, the Pavlos.
Yes, you have that one. So that's taking 4.
New ship. Ship points 4 of 8. Yeah, so I should have 4 left.
Yes, you have 4 left.
So I can create this one. However, what I'm wondering is if I leave it here and I have 4 of 8, this one won't let me claim it. It's not letting me claim the bottom one or this little guy. So I think that's made our decision, unfortunately. I think we have to abandon these 2 and we need to build out this one. But I was getting a lot of votes for the tiny one and some votes for this big one. I would love to claim these and disassemble all this stuff, but I might have to salvage it, and then we might have to get going. So what are we thinking? I think we should go with the big one. Because one thing I think I could do is get it up and running and then leave and come back and claim these. But I also don't know if we have that much time. Because, again, we're playing on harsh. So we're going to have to get to here. There's another claimable vessel up here. We've got some water and some base metals. And then let's take a look. Are we ready to scroll out and see the rest of the universe here? This is a very big starting sector. Look at this thing. Oh, actually, I always say this wrong, Axel. Is this a star system? And then these are sectors?
Yes, it's a star system.
Okay, so this is the system. Okay, so this is the big system.
That's a sector where you're in a sector, but
I'm in a sector. This whole thing is a system.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's a star cluster system. When you zoom out, it's a cluster.
Oh, so this is a cluster here.
No, yeah, now it's a cluster.
Okay. So then if I zoom out a little bigger, let's take a look. What is this? What does our universe have in store for us? First of all, the pirates were surrounded. We got the slavers and the pirates. Somebody was asking if I was going to just be at war with everyone. Obviously, I did not go for that right away. But here's the thing: we can always become at war with everyone. So don't worry, we can get there. And then there's an abundant resource system right over here. So I've either got to go this way to get to it, or I need to... I guess I could go up and over and try to squeeze in between the pirates and the slavers before coming back, of course, to defeat them. Or do I need to make friends with the pirates? That's the question. Also, Dakota here is saying, abandon the current ship, salvage the others, and then unclaim them and reclaim the original. If I want to do this one. But unfortunately, once you've claimed it, now it's part of my life. This ship is part of my life now, unless I decide to leave. I have to fly out and abandon it. Threefold Path says, just go straight through the pirates. Just barrel straight through them. But no, I think we've gotten our answer here. This is going to be our ship. We're going to figure out what to do. I think to begin here, we need to just like fill in the hull holes. That's the first thing we should be doing, is filling in the hull holes. I have 22. I've only got 22 hull blocks? Axel, why is harsh so harsh? That's brutal. Okay. I think we just need to, let's just fill in the hull and get going. I think there's some more questions in the chat. Jack asks if there is an anticipated completion date for the game. Oh, very interesting. Is there, Axel, a moment at which you're going to be like, we are done? This game is now in full completion.
Well, it's more of a like how should I say? It's not something we're planning to know beforehand. It's we're going to develop the game until like the overall feeling is that it can be called complete.
Right.
And part of that is of course player feedback. Like players will play the game, so if they feel like it's a complete package, then that's a good sign. And
yeah, totally.
Yeah. So it's like we're in no hurry to get it complete. In a way, we just want to develop it until it's like a great game. So just one update at a time, and
totally, I love that.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, it's tricky, right? I do think that the culture is changing around that. You always get some pushback from people on like early access games being like permanently early access, and like I understand that, but at some point we're getting into I think especially with the way like streaming is going, and I don't mean streaming like entertainment, but I mean streaming like being able to like connect up to a game. Can I claim it now? No, I think we got to abandon. Let's abandon this one, so we can just start salvaging it. But what I was saying is like, I almost think we're getting into this state where games are becoming living things. Like there's just constant support for them. Might be the new thing. I don't know. What do I know? I'm just some weirdo. Okay, let's get on board the Bianca so we can start doing the scrap up. Because I think we have a scrap thing here. A scrap machine. Good. Okay, good. So we're going to get this scrap over on board the base here, but I don't want to use up too many of my energy rods running this base for too long. However, they're just, I mean, they're so comfortable. And look, there's windows.
Yeah, windows are really cool.
Yeah, so like I what I love about the windows is that you've got like the 3 different levels, of course. So were they quite where are they? There they are. Were they quite like tricky to implement? Did that mess anything up in the game or something?
Yeah,
you had
they're
them
like
for a while, and then you took them out of the base game for a bit.
Yeah, like we had them to a point, but it still took like maybe 2 or 3 days to get them into the game.
Right.
Of work, because the isometric graphics style and all the restrictions and everything, it's quite challenging to develop this game.
Yeah.
If you compare it to a top-down game, it's much more challenging with the graphics style. But we chose it so well. I really love the graphics myself.
In that sense, you sort of painted yourself into a corner. You're like, oh yeah, I've got to like keep doing this. Wolf makes a good point about the early access thing. He's like, yeah, permanent early access doesn't bother me as long as there's actual development being done. And Space Haven is constantly evolving, not like all the abandonware cluttering up early access. I agree with that. I almost think that like Steam, the only problem with early access is like Steam allowing a bunch of games to just sit around. But if a game like this, because it's already, well worth the price tag, if I may say so. So it's like, yeah, why not join the Space Haven like team? Why not start playing the game? Because the updates are coming, so frequently that you're like, well, it's a living game at this point. I don't have to worry about, when is it going to be totally finished? It's like, it keeps getting more and more finished, in my opinion. I love it.
Yeah, and it's fun to develop it too. It's probably almost like infinite possibilities what you can do.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I was always looking for with a simulator. Any colony simulator, it's always like, how far can my imagination run? Which is also why sometimes I have problems. If you see on the channel, some of the other video games I play. What am I, 80? They are like a grid placement, and you place a house type, and then you upgrade the house type. And you're like, okay, that's fine. But I'm definitely going to run out of interest at some point.
Yeah, and also like the new features you can implement to this game, they're almost infinite. Like you can always come up with new ideas to.
True.
It's
like a
like
first-person shooter mode.
yeah. But it, like if you think about Star Trek, Babylon 5,
Go
or
on.
Battlestar Galactica, and all those like space adventure TV series.
Yeah.
And well, let's throw in Stargate
Oh,
in there.
go for
Like,
it. Yeah.
there's
Throw in
just
Stargate.
so many possibilities. Like, you can choose like to implement something cool, which makes those TV series cool. Like, why you want to watch them and so on.
So true. Do you
yeah.
have? There's a question in the chat here about aliens. I know we have aliens. Actually, where's that chat? Oh, the chat is moving so fast. But the I know I need more mods, Lon. But yeah, I think that like obviously there's the crawlers and the haulers.
Yeah.
But are there going to be? I mean, you have the androids, which could kind of be considered like an alien race.
Yeah.
But is that something you guys ever talk about at the old Space Haven offices? Developing some aliens to come around and do weird, like have weird ships and like eat weird foods?
Of course, aliens have been a topic. Related to aliens, the isometric graphic style and the fact that these graphic assets are sprites in the end and they're animated by hand. It's just like if you want to make a special type of alien, then you would have to animate all the different possibilities. Like if you make an alien, does it should it have the capability to carry a weapon and use the weapon? So the answer there is probably yes, because the player would want to recruit the alien.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Now we're getting into like Babylon 5 territory. Just have like a super.
Exactly. But
like...
then you have to then you have to think about the workload, how much work it is to actually implement that, and you have to like look at your team and your team size and look at your graphic artist and be like ask him how much work it would be, and you start to realize, oh, okay, like if we do this feature, we're going to do it for a while, and
it's going to take up a lot of hours.
Yeah. Yes, and like you have this very long list of different possibilities you could implement. So in order to be effective, you want to kind of prioritize the features that don't take so much time, but they still give a lot to the player, like features yeah, so that's how you want to think as a game developer. What kind of features can we implement that we can get done in a couple of months, and they give a lot to the player, instead of going with the first idea that might take a half a year or something, and well, it's a cool feature, but in the same time we could have implemented 2 or 3 other types of features that are equally cool, so to speak. So
right. Yeah, so you have to like decide, what is the most valuable thing to add, and measure that with like, folks complaining, like, where's the new update? And you're like, I'm trying to add aliens. Like, give me a second here.
Yeah.
Oh, so, unrelated. This is just a little. I just have to point out the song that's playing right now. I don't know if everyone can hear it or not, but this is my favorite of the Zimmerman tracks. This is my favorite Zimmerman piece. I'm gonna make this a high construction priority. I kind of want to move the airlock over here, because the airlock right now is blocking this natural hallway that was built. So I'm not sure the people who ran this space station or space ship before. I can't place it there for some reason. It's probably too near that curved wall. So we'll just place it over here, and then I think we can get some storage. Yeah, that's gonna work just quite nicely. So we'll just do that. We're going to move this here. I think I have enough to get this airlock done. and 2 in one of those. Yeah, perfect. And then we'll disassemble this airlock once we've got that one built. So let's put that on a high construction priority and move. This is better. But yeah, that makes sense. You have to balance kind of player or like value to the players with what you want to do. That's probably the only thing that really restricts your dreams. Is just like needing to deliver something that the players also like.
Like it's something that comes from experience. Like a usual problem with game developers is feature creep. Like not having the psych or the ability to kind of prioritize features that bring a lot to the game, but they don't kind of make it all too much and make you like give up as a game developer because you're choosing such big battles all the time that they're just taking too much out of you.
I was kind of thinking about that because like in a way this is like a long-term relationship. You know what I mean? Like you're like, oh, we're committed to this game now.
Yeah.
This is our baby.
Yeah, and you're not only committed to the game, you're committed to each other in a developer team.
That's true. So. Which is also probably why it's good that one of the developers is your brother.
Yeah.
Maybe that's bad. Maybe that's the worst.
Yeah. Well.
Okay, I need some tips from you. Let's erase that sketch there. I need some tips from you because I think I might be painting myself into a corner. If I put the airlock over here, I'm going to be stuck. I won't be able to build out any more of this design because right now I'm seeing like what is this shape? What are we going to do with this shape?
Yeah.
You know what I could do? Make this the side. This could come out more over here. Do you have any design or building tips that you give people? Because obviously I need them. But do people ever ask you like, how do you make a ship like the ones in that are in the game?
Yeah, well, yeah. So it's fun to design the ships, and it's like a Lego puzzle when you try to create them, and it can sometimes be a little bit frustrating. But I don't know. You take it one step at a time, and you try to kind of plan ahead a little bit. I usually like to plan a bit for the rooftop elements, like where the turrets and of course the hyperdrives and the shields are going to be, so that I don't end up putting them in the bedroom when I made everything. So but no, otherwise it's just like try to puzzle it together.
Just make it work. Yeah, figure it out. Okay, we can dismantle this one now. I'll let this ship get out of here just in case that causes any problems. There we go. So let's dismantle this airlock here. And yeah, by the way, YouTube is yelling at me a little bit. So if you lose it, just come join us on Steam, which I think is still up. I'm not sure. If not, it's just you and I hanging out and playing Space Haven.
Yeah, it's up on Steam.
Okay, good. We're fine. Yeah, I like that. I think obviously your engine room needs to not be anywhere near your people room.
Yeah.
I think I see an opportunity here for some kind of symmetry. There could be something like here, and then maybe the ship, I don't know, maybe okay, let's get this measured out here a little bit. So maybe this area comes up, sort of like mirrors it. How much is this? That's 7 across. So we'll go 7. No, we got to do it like here. 7 across and down. Erase this sketch here. I'm starting to see something I'm gonna really fall for. Okay, 1, 2, 3 up. 1, 2, 3 up, and then 1 over. Then 5 across. Okay, here we go. Like maybe this will have. It doesn't need to be symmetrical. I think that's one thing, Axel, I'm always fighting with is like I want to make more like homeworld style ships, like not super symmetrical.
Yeah.
But I always end up going back. I always come back to the symmetry. I'm going to 5 here. 1 over. No, 2 over. 1 down. Here we go. Is this a thing? Is this something? 8. Down.
I can answer some questions while you
Oh,
decide.
yeah. What's going on in that chat? Only 11 hull left. Need to make some more. Dema, thank you for the tip there. Triforce says, I'm really getting my sales pitch down. Oh, no, I think I converted another security guard to Space Haven. I think Triforce is in the chat just selling copies of Space Haven.
There was one question about modding.
Oh, yeah, modding. Tell us about that.
Yeah, modding. So, modding is something that we want to support. I don't think we're going to make the game open source, but like it would be fun in the future to make some kind of like tool to help modders to the extent that that we can make the modding tool work. Like it's a bit tricky with the game engine and the whole structure of the game, but it's something that's been on our minds. But unfortunately, we will have to like focus on the game first, like the features first, and
right. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, and then someone asked how sales. Sales are good. It's definitely keeping our indie studio alive, so there's no worries there.
Nice. I like that somebody was like, basically just like, so how much? How we doing?
Yeah.
How much money you got?
Then there was a question about aliens.
Yeah.
I kind of explained that, but yeah, like we love aliens, and it's more of a question on how to prioritize new features and their value and how long it takes to make them. So there's so many features that we can implement, so we have to just kind of try to pick the ones that bring a lot of value and also like how they fit to our life situation and everything. Like, so we always try to think about like getting updates in a timely manner, like then there's not too long time between updates and so on. So yeah, it
like
depends.
Our Wolf says he's literally making a Space Invader ship. Please let that be true. What do you guys think? This isn't bad. I like it. It went mad symmetrical in the end. It's got the 2 holes in the middle. We've got a docking port on this side. I think, it's going to take a lot of redesigning, but I think this is a ship that we're going to fall in love with, to be honest.
Yeah. Jack was asking about our team's workload.
Oh, yeah. How are you guys doing?
If it's intense, intense leading up to larger. It's always stressful with larger patches and and like the opportunities you have to get more visibility on Steam, for example. Those are quite stressful because obviously at that point you want the game to be running smoothly, and when you just like create a new stuff and you have like 12 languages to support and all that, it's like
that can't be easy.
Yeah, you're always kind of fearful that you missed something and that there's a game-breaking bug in there when there's more players, and that it will affect reviews negatively and all that. So it's quite stressful, and the early access release was super stressful. It's
I bet.
Like in short, you work 3 years for that one day, and like if you fail on that one day, it could.
Right, that could like cook the whole game.
Yeah, it's like it's your life's work. It all hangs on that one day that you.
Yeah, that's tough.
It's really stressful. So.
Well, you got through it though, and it was a happy ending in the end. I think you got to a good spot with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope. I don't know. I wasn't there.
Yeah, it went well. There were some hiccups, but like last minute bugs that we found, and we're like frantically trying to fix them. But yeah, like we're really happy with how it all went, and
that's good. Yeah, I think that I don't know what that would be like, to be honest. Like, I don't know what that feeling must be like to have like this baby you've been working on for years go up, and like part of it is, I mean, a game is so interesting, right? Because it's like you're like, what do you guys think of this? And everybody's job is to play it and be like, am I having fun or not? And you're like, but this is like a creative idea that I had, and they're like, yeah, I know, but is it fun for me? And you're like, I don't know. I hope so.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you guys, you certainly made a very fun game, as far as I'm concerned. Am I sending a lot of crap? I'm sending a lot of scrap over to the to this ship here, which we need to get like a research panel up pretty soon, so that we can start doing some research. Where is research facility? Research lab. Okay, we can afford it. We can afford the research lab. That's good. Otherwise, we're screwed. But as far as resources go, I do have a recycler. So maybe we'll just leave the scrap on board here, and that can be work that they can get onto as soon as possible. I also need a spot for like an oxygen producer. Let's put the tools facility right there. Crystal asks, any chance of us getting alien bug pets? They are still going on the aliens.
The aliens,
aren't the robots, Crystal, aren't the robots enough pet for you? Like, the robots are so cute.
There's still a robot pet missing. Like,
there's a third robot.
Well, yeah, we kind of promised to make a robot pet, so we have to make that.
Oh, so it's just going to be a pet? Or, like, what's the third
robot?
Yeah,
it would be a pet. Like, it could add to comfort, I guess, or something like.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
like
bring up the mood up a little bit for crew members. Yeah.
I like that. A little mood boosting robot. It just goes around like making like little happy beeps.
Yeah. And then there's a question about why other factions have more system points in their ships.
Oh, somebody's counting.
And it's true. Like, I think they have two more system points, but it's just like a bit of an oversight, because we first made the system points, and then after that I started designing the ships by hand. Mm-hmm. And then I noticed that that they need a scanner. They need a scanner to look better. They just look more like, when the scanner is rotating, it kind of looks like they're checking you up, and they're kind of like looking at what you're doing and stuff. Because without the scanner, it's like they're not as cool. So I wanted to make a scanner for them, and
so it's like one piece at a time. You added more stuff. Whoops.
Yeah. So, and then I noticed, oh, whoops, they have two more. But it's something we can think about, like giving the same opportunity to the player too. But it's like the balance between ship-to-ship combat is quite tricky, like because like if you build more turrets, but you're going to win if you have the same shield and whole amount. So
if you accidentally make an overpowered ship floating around the galaxy, you've got this dreadnought coming for every player out there.
but now with the 2x3 canvas, you can make a really powerful ship. So it's something that the NPC doesn't have that yet. So the player has the edge right now in that sense.
Well, good. It's about time. There was a good comment. Let's see if I can find it again. I like this. High Life asks if there's like maybe a life cycle for the crew so they can get old and die. I wonder, that would be, not to put the words in your mouth, but that sounds like maybe it would be a lot of work.
Yeah, and it's also perhaps something that doesn't fit the game, I think, because Like you would have to play it a really long time before you could like, because we have days, like we actually count days as time. So if you want to play it for many years, like it's going to be a really long game. And players often also ask about kids and children, and
oh yeah, can we have kids? Yeah.
yeah, no, like we can't put kids in the game because there's an autopsy table where you can butcher stuff, and it's probably just like it's going over the line to like.
What are you talking about? That's so funny. Yeah,
yeah.
It's like that's like a funny version of a big problem that games can have, right? Where it's like you add one layer and then a small change like totally upends or unbalances the game in a way.
Yeah.
In your version, it would just mean we're eating babies, which would be like not a game that you want to put your name on, I assume.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is a useful... This wall design here that I did is not like... It's okay. We'll see. But I like this kind of window thing going on. I saw a big red warning here, and I could have sworn that was a pirate jumping in. That would have been the end of the game. That would have been a problem. Oh, my goodness. Dema says, is that why we don't get pets? That's a pretty good point. We can't have... Yeah, you can't have, like, little alien pets if you're also able to butcher and eat alien meat. Oh my goodness. I think I'm going to have... Let's put a wall up here so we can attach components, but maybe some more windows. I'm doing a lot of windows here. This is obviously going to be sort of our initial living section for those that are wondering what I'm up to over here. Let's even put some beds in here. Let's get a bed here and here, because I think they can still get to it. Like there and there. Hull stability achieved. We're back. We're back in business. We've got our first engine here, and we've got some thermal regs. Let's put that like on this corner. Oh man, I love that you can place stuff on corners. That's great. Let's move this over here real quick, and maybe let's just dismantle this wall light for now because I want to make sure we're getting all our stuff in. We have room for everything. I can build lights later. Hold down the V key. Make sure this guy is like right. Everything. I don't know. I can't stop, but everything's got to be symmetrical to me. Hey, Vampy is here. Vamps is in the chat. Nice to have you here. Oh my goodness, the chat is moving fast. This is the biggest stream I've ever done in my entire life, and this might be the biggest stream on the internet. I think potentially.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's crazy. It's crazy. YouTube is calling me. My phone's ringing off the hook. They're like, "You have too many people watching." You know what? I really like this here. Megan Fitzgerald says, "You guys seem like the nicest, most supportive community." Ah, you know what? I hope you mean the solid content community, but it's very true. It's very true of the Space Haven community too. I'm always lurking around in the. Oh, I have to dismantle that first. That's why. Okay, perfect. I'm always lurking around in the Discord for Space Haven and seeing some of the ships out there and the comments like that. I think that's what I love about building games, if I may just philosophize quickly. It's that usually people are super supportive of each other. It's not a question of like competition. We're not trying to like kill each other. It's just like, oh, that's a really great idea. I should put this here. And what if you moved that block around to here? And it's just like, that kind of community is, I'm into it. I'm all about that. I suppose we could actually move this down. Oops, move this here eventually. Once we get rid of this wall, put a door there into the sort of like engineering bay. So we could have our tools facility in there. There's a lot to design here, Axel. There's a lot going on right off the top.
Yeah, and there's a question about multiple decks. Which is the one of the most frequent questions.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, and
what's the answer?
It's complicated, but like I personally see multiple decks problematic. I find that like there's good with multiple decks, but then there's also like bad with them. and the main reason is that Space Haven is not a building game which is focused on one single area or like location. Like you can have ships scattered around the sector. You can have a fleet. The enemy can have a fleet. Yeah, you can visit those ships, and you can go to derelict ships. So it's like there can be events on many ships all at the same time, and you can be like exploring a derelict ship, and there's something going on another ship. So like if you start adding multiple levels into that, it's going to become harder for the player to stay aware of what's happening at all times. So the way I see it, like if you add many decks into the game would start, you would need to focus more on the notifications to the right. Like there would have to be, there's a fire on ship 2, deck 3, and you're like,
right.
okay, there's a fire there, but I have no crew member. Like I have to get some crew members.
They have to get all the way up there, kind of thing.
Yeah, and there's an alien attacking me on the derelict ship at the same time. They're attacking some of my crew members. When it stays all on one deck, it's like it's easy to just pan to the location and give some orders, and then pan back to the derelict ship. Like the player awareness is the biggest problematic thing I see personally about multiple decks.
Right.
It's true that like if you would have multiple decks, you would get more spaceship looking type of ships, because
you'd start to have rounded, tops or whatever. You could make observation decks and things like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I see what you mean. Like, and especially if you like double click on somebody, like, oh, where's Jamie? I double click on him here. I might have no idea where I am right now.
Yeah, and like
it'll make things. It'll make wayfinding very hard.
Yeah, and there's like always, there's so many things you have to think about when you create features into a game. Let's say, for example, a derelict ship. Like if you make the derelict ship too big, it's going to become tedious for it. It's going to become like it's taking too much time.
Oh, to like explore it and stuff.
Yeah, like let's say it would have 10 decks that you have to go through to search for aliens. Like at some point you're just like, this is taking me an hour to do. And there's like you have to think about the pacing of the game. It can't take too much time to explore the area, because you want to move on to the salvage. You want to move on to collecting the resources.
Well, especially if you're playing one of those like an intense run where you have you're running right down to the end with your water or your oxygen supplies.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't have an hour to explore this ship.
Yeah. So it's always a balance of different things, and also like there's technical problems with multiple decks, like when we have a gas system that's simulated.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, now it has to go up and down, doesn't it?
Yeah, it would have to be on every deck, and like that simulation is taking CPU power to keep up. So adding one deck would essentially double that. And so like at what point does certain older computers become, well, not able to run the game? Because
right.
Yeah, so these are just like on the top of my head. It's like
yeah, and that kind of goes to your point that you said last of about needing to create things that players can play, interact with, and enjoy. So if you're going to create something where you're like, oh, I don't know how this is going to work, maybe like people are going to freak out if we do this. Then you're like, well, then what's the point? Like, why are we going to spend this much time developing something that makes the gameplay like really hard, or needs so much more, work to make it functional?
Yeah.
Then now you've left it for like 2 years to develop multiple floors, but now there's no, Windows or whatever the next version of Windows is.
Yeah. So the one thing you learn when you're developing games is to, when you think about a new feature idea, you always learn to think about the issues it can cause. Like there's many cool ideas, but when you've developed games enough, you've been like punished by developing the wrong things, because you put all that time into that feature and you realize that it caused so many problems, and in the worst case it made the game worse. Like it's and like you don't want to invest all of that time before having like a good feeling that, you know, this feature is actually going to pay off. It pays off for us to put months of our development time into this feature, and yeah, so like when you think about an idea, you throw it to your game dev friend.
Mm-hmm.
Among us, we always start to list the problems with the idea.
Right, you almost have to like be your own wet blanket.
Yeah, and it's like it's natural to us now. Like if I say something to my brother or to our graphic artist, they immediately try to come up with some problem with the idea. And it's frustrating, but it's right. It's necessary, because it prevents us from making big mistakes. And like if an idea is really like, it feels like it brings a lot to players, and none of us can come up with any big problems related to it, then we have found something that is really valuable.
Right, I like that. Yeah. That's cool. Okay, I'm putting walls everywhere, I've decided. I kind of just want to wall off this power station from kind of like my living area. Some folks are saying like that hygiene would be a lot of fun. I think like decorative and or little like housekeeping things like that would probably be, I mean, if I were to offer my opinion, would be something that I would think would be quite a lot of fun to see, where you need to kind of take care of their everyday needs. To me, that would be like a good value add. I'd be pretty excited to make sure they have showers every day.
Yeah, like, well, decorations would be fun, and they're kind of like a low cost development.
Right? Yeah. I mean, yeah, totally.
Yeah. So yeah, it's likely that we will see decoration stuff coming.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, I have a quick question, a tips question. I don't know if you happen to know this or not, but does the algae dispenser use less water to make one of their food products? Because it looks like it's only 0.1 food to make a processed food, and it uses a bit of biomatter, I guess. Oh, that's new. Okay, that's okay. We'll get some biomatter from pooping.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the algae dispenser, like, early game, I think I'm going to lean on my algae dispenser. I don't have any spots to grow any food, and I haven't researched the food beds yet. I also will point out that I realized earlier I haven't even started growing food, but I don't think I want to start the grow cycle here, because I think I want to get out of here earlier than that. I did sell off a lot of my biomatter, which was a bit stupid, but my question is the algae dispenser, one of the drawbacks is obviously they don't get good nutrition. Like not perfect nutrition out of it. However, is it more efficient on water to use the algae dispenser, especially if you're trying to survive?
Well, I would say yes.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, the algae dispenser is really good. Like if you have nothing to give the crew members,
yeah,
they will get like deficiencies, but at least they will stay alive. So
yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Is it's like maybe it's more efficient and it'll keep the crew going for a long time before I can like have time to research all that stuff. So in that sense, like, oh, maybe it's like actually a good idea to research other things first, as long as I've got some food in them. Although I do know I'll be taking a debuff, I guess, from like they won't be able to work as fast. Is that kind of what happens to them?
Yeah, I think at least they won't be able to heal as fast if they get
Oh,
injured.
okay.
And then they will puke at times. So they will
That's
actually
painful.
lose energy
Oh
at
no!
times if they puke.
I think I gotta put the research table like here, I think. We're getting close. I think we're getting close to being able to power this thing up. Oh, Mrs. Solid is jumped in the chat. She's just in our bedroom, I guess, on the chat. Braun Blackwater says, is it easy to have crew interact with kitchen stuff? Maybe we could add a bar to celebrate a nice salvage. Oh, a bar would be so fun.
Yeah, a bar is probably coming. Because,
oh, really?
Yeah, in our Kickstarter we have a backer beer. So we need to create a bar of some type too.
That's the best.
To have beer.
I like that backer beer. That's funny. If I move this here, I could put the lavatory right here. Not a very enjoyable spot to poo, but hopefully I don't need more of these power generators. It's kind of tough to know how much I'm going to need to run this ship. And also, as we continue on, just a point of strategy here, I'm thinking I'm going to want a lot more like solar panels and stuff, because we're playing, again, let's remember, we're playing on harsh, so things are not going to go easily out here. We got to be careful. Queen-size bed for Mr. and Mrs. Solid in Space Haven. Yeah, can we get a queen-size bed, please? I would like a California King option for bed, if possible. That'd be great. Hey, what do you think? Is it valuable? Is it worth it, rather, to come back, like leave this sector, come back, and then harvest all this, like salvage all of this? Or is that not possible anymore to do?
I think that's possible still.
Okay.
It should be.
What, in your personal opinion, is that a good strategy to come back and salvage all this stuff?
Well, it's not a bad strategy.
Okay, I'll take that hint.
Let's
stopped.
I personally like to move forward, so
yeah, I agree with you. All right, let's see. How am I doing for power here? We've got a couple of power nodes around. I have 17 energy blocks, so getting at full grid will be easy. Or easier than my other runs. But I do need to, get started on kind of powering things up here. And we need to move this over to... Oh, there's not a lot of spots in this version, in this game. There, we'll put a wall node there. I don't think we're going to have a lot of floor node space in this early game, folks. So I apologize. Those of you who really love seeing a lot of proper power distribution. Actually, if you do, then I don't know why you're watching solid content. I think I have some of the messiest power grids of any Space Haven player. There we go, we'll put one there. I gotta be honest with you, I'm really digging this ship shape. And I really like the suggestion I got on the Discord of going for a salvageable vessel. Because it gives you a little bit of like something to work with. I really like that a lot.
I really like those tables by the windows. You can look at the view.
Right? Yeah, we just got to warm it up a little bit in here and get some lights. Oh, hey, can we get pot lights so they can float above people? Or floor lighting? Axel, can we get floor lighting, please?
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah.
I think that's probably got to be, that's probably like the safest answer, right?
Yeah.
It's possible. Just don't stop asking. It's possible, maybe. What else do I need in here? Maybe we could have the research facility in here for now, just to get started. I don't think the research facility causes any discomfort. Comfort 9. It actually creates some comfort.
Hey, that hole you have in the middle of the ship with the windows.
Yeah.
That reminds me of that alien movie where they were looking at the alien in the chamber through a window.
Yeah.
And then there was this button they could press to freeze it. And Yeah, it would be cool.
That'd be awesome.
It would be cool to have something like that.
Okay, yeah, that would be so cool. Actually, you must be so tired of this, but here comes another one of getting like feature ideas. But like, I've always wanted to like see if those insect infestations can like affect the rest of the ship. And so I guess that's what I'm wondering: is there any sort of way that could cause problems? Like, oh, you find an alien egg on a salvageable ship, and then you bring it on board, and now you have like an infestation going on or something.
Well, one thing,
like, maybe the egg hatches. You bring it on board because like it'll provide you with alien meat or something. So you're like, okay, well, this will be good to feed the crew. And then the more you do that, the more you realize you're like inviting aliens to take over your ship.
Yeah, well, at least like one thing that we need to implement is some kind of alien infection.
Ooh, yeah, alien infection.
Yeah, with the guys who get captured by the aliens, they would have a chance to be infected when you save them back. So
I love that.
That's something we want to implement, and and of course we can see about other stuff too. Like, never know what the future might bring.
Yeah, that's ain't that the truth? Man, we do not have a lot of carbon and steel plates here. I believe. Okay, where was it? I'm looking in the chat here. Where was it? Somebody said, oh yeah, here we go. Arwolf, don't forget to build some hod pangers. So as soon as he said that, I realized this ship is actually nowhere near complete. We need a shuttle bay, and we need some hod pangers. And actually, let's cancel this. Maybe we can put them here. I don't know. Hopefully this is enough to mass support this little vessel. But if I put a shuttle bay here, the comfort is -80. So I think that will spill through the walls and make this whole area very uncomfortable. So I'm a little worried about that. So I've moved my hull stabilizers over here. I just might not be able to have 2 hull stabilizers. So then the question becomes, okay, well, let's make some more hull. But we only have 8 base metals and 8 carbon. Uses 0.2 of 1 to make 1. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 10. So we can make 5 for every 1 carbon. So I think we can make like 10 of those. Maybe 15, but we're going through a lot of carbon at that point. So if we make 15 of those, we can then do some more hull blocks. Maybe enough to get some more expansion on the ship here. We have some recycling going on, but I don't want to start recycling my biomatter because obviously we're already using it. It's been loaded into the algae dispenser. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I screwed up. Maybe we really should have been growing food because I didn't think we were going to be here as long as we are. How much monster meat do I have? Did we recycle it already? Where'd all that monster meat go? I thought we had monster meat. Rubble. There's some monster meat. Bring it over to the Bianca. Oh, I bet we brought it over to the wrong ship. Yeah, okay, there's a bit there. Okay, so let's transfer. We got to transfer that over, and I'm not too worried about this scrap. We'll worry about the scrap later. Ooh, okay, it's strategy time. The problem is I've just been sitting here just like listening to you and enjoying the talk. But I was like, I gotta play this game. My people are gonna die. Okay, do one of those. Okay, there we go.
Somebody asks about when we will see space station on an asteroid.
Oh yeah, when is space station mode?
It's hard to say when, but like it's planned. It's coming. So like it's hard for me to say any dates because we take it one update at a time and like we have a vision for the game, of course, but we don't like to plan ahead too much because we like to stay agile and also like listen to our players and the feedback. Like for example on Alpha 12, there might be some feedback that we find really like valuable and that we can implement quickly. So we want to just stay agile and be able to do that and like in that sense, take it one update at a time.
Right. Yeah, that's fair. You
And
know,
I
we're
think
gonna have to create an uncomfortable situation. I gotta put the shuttle bay here, unfortunately.
yeah.
Yeah, is there anything about Alpha 12 that you can speak on that's like, yeah, something that you're excited about or something that did come out of that? Where you're like, oh, this is the feedback we're getting, this is awesome? 7.8 hull.
Well, I'm quite pleased that we finally got the feature that, the NPC ships that you see jumping in and out, the roof is now visible by default. And
Oh,
so,
yeah.
because for me that was like, I would look at streamers play and everything, and they would never have the roof view up. So an NPC ship was just black. It was a black blob in the sector, instead of like showing the cool turrets and the scanner and everything. Like, so I think it gives much more feeling. A better feeling to the game. And
Yeah, I like that. I guess the civilians have long since left, but I also just wanted to say, like, there's something about the minimalist design of the civilians ships that I love so much. They're such a cool little ship, just like a little pill. All right, I think we have enough hull that I can do this. I'm going to put the other hull stabilizer here, kind of finish off the design of the living space a little bit so I can put some more windows in, of course. And then shuttle bay here. Hopefully we don't need more engines, and then I can put some hod panger or two right there, which I guess that's what I call them now forever. Can I get one in here? Airlock. Ooh, they are fat boys. Chunky monkeys.
Spacehaven has created a space cow cult, and they want us to implement space cows. So yeah, there's a question if I like cows or sheep more.
Oh no. I don't know if you've been watching the Foundation streams that I do, but that's a totally other, world. That's a totally different tech level. But yeah, anyway, there's a debate between the cows and the sheep.
Yeah, okay.
And then a cult has sprung up. I'm not sure why, but the people that watch solid content videos also really like... I don't know if they like cults or they just like being a part of cults. All right, let's close this. Let's move this thing up there now, I think. We can move that there. I think that's symmetrical-ish. There, we've got some room for our shuttle bay. Oh, man, are these things... Mass capacity 800 and 800. And the Pavlov is 1325. So we might need one more to round things out once we start piling in a lot of stuff. But we don't actually have very much in the way of storage either. Oh, boy. Things are tight on board this little ship. Can I get another storage bay right here? No, I can't. I can do small ones. So that's another 100 of storage that I can get right there. Okay. Retchinen says, Houston, we have a problem. Oh no, what did I do wrong? What's wrong? Somebody tell me what's broken. I think we're doing okay. We need to start shipping stuff over, actually, to this ship. We have to start getting ready to leave. Let's move, like, all the food and that over. Let's move the energy rods. Let's leave the energy rods. Let's move the water over. And the energium and the fuel. We'll get started with that. That's a lot of logistics for them to do. They're going to be busy. Whew.
Yeah. There's a question about lockers and desks you find on
lockers and
NPC
desks.
ships.
Yeah, because I do see desks in some of the derelict vessels.
Yeah. So that would probably be part of some type of decoration update.
Yeah, I love it.
Since the graphics are already there, so yeah, I would say it's very likely that we will see those types of decorations coming.
I love it. Okay, I think I can do... What can we put there? We can put some more stuff. that right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh, maybe this isn't quite as symmetrical as I think it is. Oops. That's got to be one more over, I guess. Oh yeah, this isn't a very symmetrical ship. I did something wrong. Uh-oh. This is too wide. Oh no. Oh no, folks, I'm sorry. I don't see a way to fix that very easily right now. I think this ship is just going to be it's not going to be symmetrical by 1. Oh no. Tim Bosworth is asking Axel, is the decoration update planned sooner or later? We're thirsty for decorations. We're thirsty for it.
Well, right now we're focusing on like getting this Alpha 12 package into a really, really solid state, and
we'll have to. You say?
We'll have to see if we can implement some more stuff to Alpha 12 still. So yeah, it will be revealed in the near future.
Okay, I love it. Triforce with the super chat. A Space Haven stream with Axel. Is this the best day ever?
It probably
It's true.
is.
It's the best day for me. I'm having a blast right now. But I have to do. It's so hard. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm finding it very tricky to like try to strategize things as well as listen and ask questions. 3. Okay, so it is all symmetrical. It's actually just this middle piece. I think I went off by a little bit here, because if we go, no, that looks pretty centered. Uh-oh. What have I done wrong, Axel? Help me.
I'm trying to focus on the chat. So
no, that's fair. That's fair. You focus on the chat. I'll try to figure this out. So 9. It is symmetrical. What the heck? Oh my goodness. So this
the isometric view can sometimes play tricks on you.
Oh, it definitely does, yeah. Especially because... No, it is all symmetrical. Okay, so I'm just doing something a little weird here. So 1, 2, then it goes to 3. I think it's always been fine. It's just like you said, playing tricks on me. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm better at ship design than I thought, everybody. I'll say that much. Then over. Down. And one more, I think. Yeah, one on the side of the wall here. And then there, I think. Okay, there we go. We'll see if that works. Whew! Axel, do not give solid decorations. He will stop taking care of his crew and just build decorations. The king is not wrong. I think the first thing I would do is, yeah, pretty much stop the game fully and start making decorations. He's not wrong. He's not lying. But I mean, that's just, that's just a motivation to get good at the game. So you have time to perfect your decorations.
Yeah.
You got a window in there. I mean, already you've given me enough windows that I'm probably going to lose most of my wall space to windows. Worth it, I say. Worth it. I think we need to put some more beds over there. Let's just mirror it. I know we don't need this many beds. We could just switch schedules a little bit, but that'll just give us a little bit of something to do there. I really like those corners, actually, to be honest, with the window.
Yeah. Yeah. It's nice to see the light come in.
Oh, yeah, totally. Especially in the areas like this. I'm worried about this wall. Like, how much? I don't know if we can dial into this, but like, is there a way to lower the comfort spill? So like the comfort in this area, the comfort from the shuttle bay, spills through the walls a little bit. But like, do you happen to know how much the walls or the doors cut down the comfort or the discomfort, I guess?
I don't know the exact like percentage, but it's like it's pretty high.
Oh, okay, so they cut it down quite a bit.
Yeah.
But this is going to be minus 80, so I think it's going to cause a few issues, to say the least.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
probably will. But
probably will. Okay.
usually it's a wall plus, let's say, I don't know, 3 tiles or 4 tiles wide, where it drops off.
Okay. Okay.
The effect drops off. As somebody was asking about showers.
Oh yeah.
Showers. Well, I mean, showers is something that we've talked about probably a long time ago, and I guess it was just a feature that's, you know, like all of us was like, well, maybe, like I guess none of us was really like excited about it, but also
okay, interesting.
none of us was like majorly against it. But it's like, well, it's one of those things where our graphic art for it, and okay, it would take water and then some kind of animation, and
Right.
the crew member would have to go and stand there, and there's an animation. Okay, we can probably use a lot of the enslavement facility to kind of quicken the process, because it's almost like a shower. It looks almost like it. So it's possible, but it's
The long story short is it's possible.
yeah.
You're thinking about it.
Yeah, like it's like we have a big list, of course.
Oh, I could imagine, yeah.
Like there's like stuff that I was excited about a few years ago, and
A few years ago.
yeah, and like of course I just have to accept that, yeah, it's not the right time for this, and there's so much else we have to implement, but like one of the things I was really excited about was like an environmental story generation tool for derelict ships, where I could I could build scenarios with the environment in our editor, and those rooms would be placed on derelict ships. So and that room would tell a story. For example, that some crew members in a room, and the aliens were waiting outside the room, and then they just starved and died in the room.
Oh.
And there would be no text and nothing. The room itself would tell the story, and then you could just like have many of these rooms. Like maybe some mad scientist was dissecting an alien in an autopsy table type of room and researching them, and one of the eggs hatched, and he got overwhelmed by aliens, and the room itself would tell that story, and then you could just like randomly put these rooms in derelict, and you would have like different derelict ships, and some of them would tell like different type of stories. It would be like without any text, without anything, that it would just, you could see it, and you could imagine what happened.
Oh man, I like that your first instinct was like, I want it to be as dark as possible. I want it to be a very, very sad ending.
Well, it's a derelict ship, so it's usually...
that's fair. Nope, that is totally fair. Okay, the Pavlos has a lot of supplies on it. We got a little bit more energium over here. 23 energy rods left. I mean, you know, things are gonna be. It's always gonna be tough to get a ship ready to fly. Like, this part is always the tricky part. I like that. It's sort of custom story generation. But like, you were saying that it was something that you were excited about. Oh, I'm out of...
Yeah.
That's what I'm missing. I'm out of infra blocks. Okay.
I'm still excited about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So, like, where is that? Is it not happening, or?
Well, it's on the list. It's actually like on the list. We have a page on Steam where we have some of our ideas mentioned, like possible modules, and it's one of them. So, but it's like it's one of those things when the game becomes more developed, and like, for example, if you start getting decorations, then those decorations can be used in that tool. So it's like, it's better to create all that stuff first and then think about the tool, because the elements, many of the elements are already there. So you don't have to do it in the wrong order, so to speak. Like, you can just, it's easier to imagine how many of the facilities and decorations and such already existing.
I love that. I need to... Sorry, I'm thinking about my oxygen generator as well, so I'm going to put one there. I think 2 oxygen generators should be enough in here. And I have 1 gas scrubber. Not a lot of thermal regulation. But I'm just trying not to power up the ship too early. Rashnin says, maybe this is a tip for me here. Once you get the basics down, you could add things in afterwards. It would be cool if you could do themed rooms, like a story rooms, or a room which give you a bonus, like a garden or a VIP quarters tech room. Oh, I actually really like that, and I think that'll come with, like, that's one thing I would love to see it. But again, Axel, I apologize. This is just me spouting my opinions again. But you know, something like, the decorations give certain comfort buffs, so then you can start doing, like, oh, if you put all this certain type of decoration in a room, you get a pretty good comfort buff in that whole room, because it's all got the right pieces to make a barracks, or you've made a perfect apartment because it's got a bookshelf, a desk, and a bed, so now you get an extra comfort bonus from that, or something like that. I mean, that's, you know, it must be so hard. You're like, oh, I gotta go on this stream and he's gonna tell me what I should do with my game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, it's pretty bad, Peter. No, but you know, it's that excitement. It's just like, it's hard to contain, you know.
Yeah, I understand. There's an interesting question about system.
Oh yeah.
So without going too deeply in it, let's say all of us like turn-based combat systems, but it was
turn-based.
one of those things that ended up delaying. Yeah, it ended up delaying the release of our game. It was one of those things that we put too much time in, when we could have just moved forward, because we were experimenting with a turn-based combat system, and like, it was all left open in the end. The combat system is something we wanna improve on, but like, we didn't need to put so much time into it already. I guess it was 2 years or 3 years ago, because we could have just moved on more quickly with the simple system we had now. But you know, part of the problem there is pacing. When I was talking about
pacing. Okay.
Yeah, like overall game pacing, like how long certain things take. Like when exploring a derelict ship, when you make it turn-based, and when you combine that with, let's say, this game can have hundreds of crew members. You can have hundreds at the time. So let's say you take 20 of them with you to the derelict ship, and you start a turn-based combat. Well, each turn you have to move 20 crew members.
Right.
And each turn 10 or 20 enemy crew members have to move. So problems like this start to arise. And of course, most players don't go with 20 or maybe 8. That's probably usual.
The most common.
But even like 8 crew members, when you have to start moving those, and when you have many crew derelict to explore, it becomes a question of if it's valuable to the game as a whole. If the pacing just it becomes like bad in a sense. So like, we're all in our dev team, we're all fans of X, the original ones we played as children. And also that's one of the reasons why we thought about the same type of system, and like, they're different games, and it's not always good to mix everything from every game into one game.
Right, yeah. What works for each game.
Yeah. So, it's as a whole, it's something that has to be thought about really carefully before you implement something. And the current system is very simple, yes, but it also works as with the game as a whole.
Right.
It brings like a suitable pacing to exploring the derelict ships and everything else. But that doesn't mean that it can't be improved. And so, yeah, it's something we wanna look into in the future.
I love that. I'll be honest, like I don't really do a lot of the turn-based combat games.
Yeah.
So I'm not as familiar with them. And I quite like the sort of the combat here, but I'm also a builder. So I think,
exactly.
My opinion doesn't.
So it's also a question about what's your target audience. And,
right. Yeah.
So you can't always please everyone, but you can at least make like a game good as a whole. It might not fulfill all dreams a player has, but it might fulfill enough of them so that he likes to play the game. That's that type of thinking.
That. Yeah. Let's move this one over here. Let's get that out of there. So I'm just trying to make room for a window, you see. The last thing I need on the HSS Pavlos is the Hodpangers. I keep getting reminded. You guys are all wonderful. But so I've got just enough hull and just enough infra blocks, I think, to shove them in here. They're gonna fit weird, unfortunately. So this is gonna be tricky. But I think I can do it. So how did I have this? I had a double door here on the end there. So then this wall just kind of carries forward. There, like so. Oh, it's my favorite song again. Oh, I love this song. I don't know I can't remember what it's called. Kills me, this song. It's like a little bit sad. It's thoughtful. It kind of like makes me want to watch Cowboy Bebop again. I think I can get 2. Oh, I can almost get 2 in here. They're going to be back to back, which is going to be a little weird. But if I go with no door or a single door, which is again not very symmetrical, I'm breaking my own rules. I think this will work. So what do we have window-wise? Is this one of the big ones? Yeah, it's one of the big ones right in the corner there. And we'll put another one next to it because we don't have an airlock over there. We have our Hodpangers. Whew, I love it. This ship is tight quarters, but this could work. I think we need to start powering it up. What's our comfort situation like? Oh no. Comfort minus 98 from the energy and power generator, the shuttle hangar, and no light. Oh boy. Well, hopefully these walls help a little bit more. But it looks like the spill is pretty much unstoppable. So they're going to sleep. The beds are comfortable at least.
Yeah.
So this ship is going to need a lot of design work before it's something anybody enjoys living in. Oh no. Oh. I don't know if you saw this Gerald comment. It's a good question for you, Axel. Here, do you want me to read this one to you?
Sure.
What about being able to take a job or mission from another faction, like transporting cargo to a certain station or destroy a certain ship for a reward? This would be great and add a lot. That's Gerald.
Yeah, like quests and a quest and mission type of system is something that all of us in the dev team want.
Oh, I love it. Okay, good.
And yeah, like it has been planned for a very long time. It's in the list and it's high in the list. It's something that.
Oh, really? Okay, good to know.
Yeah, it's something that we see really beneficial for the game, and it's also something that's, it doesn't have many problems linked to it when you implement it in a right way. But
it doesn't have problems.
No, it doesn't, because
Cool.
I can reveal something now here. Um, Alpha
Wait, you're
10.
revealing something?
Yeah, I'm revealing something.
Oh my goodness, it's a solid content exclusive.
Alpha 10 with the star map update.
Uh-huh.
It was developed with missions and quests in mind, and
Ooh.
that's why we have star system clusters, because they will enable a great way to implement missions and quests, because you can use the star system clusters to make like points where you have to travel to, and they will be within the same star system, and we can like manage the distances much better that way.
Oh, yes. Here we go. I mean, that makes sense to me because, like, already when you have, like, the military will scan you for slaves or contraband. So it does seem like that there is some functionality that is kind of built into it there. So that makes sense
Yeah,
now.
yeah, and like when we were making the new star map, it was one of our guidelines. How do we make a star map that supports mission and quest system in the future? And well, that's the thing about the game development. It means like we're not exactly sure when we will be able to focus on the missions and quests, but we have already like planned the star map ahead of time, and that's
Right,
that's
yeah.
that's something that comes with experience when you have developed many games, that you learn to plan ahead of time, and you make the star map to support uh, like quests and missions, for example.
That's great. It's I mean, that's future proofing, right? That's just good design work there, making sure that
Yeah,
you aren't going to surprise yourself with a feature later on that you're like, "Well, I don't know how to implement this."
yeah, like if we have created the star map which actually fights quests or missions, then we would be shooting ourselves in the foot later on. So we would have to redo the star map.
Yeah, and then now you've given yourself another round of work to do just to get to this one
Yeah,
update that you really wanted. So you kind of paint
exactly.
yourself into a corner. I love it. Well, that's great. That's great to know that it's built and ready for that.
Yeah,
The dream is there. Let's get some lights in here. We got to start lighting this thing up. And then I think this is a stupid thing I always do. I don't know if you've seen this in my channel, but like it's like I keep the power off for as long as possible, and then like when the moment is right, I power it up and turn the engines on. The whole thing
yeah,
whirs to life. I don't know why, but I think it's something. It's like Star Trek roleplay or something. There's something to it that I'm just like, oh, I like when all the lights start to flicker on.
and I find it really cool that they actually kind of flicker on, and
Yes,
the ship comes alive piece by piece. Like it's not just.
especially yeah, and you get a
Yeah.
lot of flickering if you play like I do. Lights always be flickering in my game. Oh, solid contents ships be losing power. Okay, so we got another. What is that? 1, 2, 3. That's that. Let's move this light over. It's a little symmetrical. I think that's at least enough to get going. Ooh, I love how much light is coming in off of that window. I think it's probably time to power it up. Life support. Let's make sure there's another thermal reg near the beds. And is that enough thermal regulators? Probably not. We got one over here. They're spread throughout. There's not very many of them. There'll be probably enough heat coming out of that space, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's put one here. There we go. Let's get those built. And let's continue transferring things over. Oh my goodness. Okay. Are we going to survive? I just don't know, you know? Oh, I kind of want to recycle. Oh, crap. I just realized I don't have a recycler. And I'm trying to keep this area open for more engine stuff. I need a water purifier and a recycler. And then at some point I'm going to need a composter once I research it. Come on, fit. No! It only fits here, but the Pavlov, it needs another engine already. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Where shall this go? I guess, do we get rid of our hull stabilizer? Do we only have one hull stabilizer? Maybe that's what we do.
Well, one
Crap.
is enough.
You what?
One hull stabilizer is enough to...
I agree with you that one is enough, but like I just love the hit points you get. I just love
Yeah, of course.
I like it. I like being a bit tanky. So we'll shove that in there. That's our water purifier. All right, we got to get rid of it because we're trying to get out of here. We're not trying to, you know, we're not trying to live forever here. I think I could get 2 here if I just do away with this slight shape. Like this whole front shape might have to change if I want to stay in this ship. And there's some restrictions here. Like if I filled this hole in, if I filled these holes in, I could probably just have everything I want. But that's not fun. That's just not as fun, folks. Okay, let's connect this guy up to there. A little bit of redundancy with our power flow, but it's covered now. Patrick Ekstrom here says, all I gotta say is love the game and I recommend it to all my friends. Still the best game since 2016. It totally is. This is my new City Skylines. This game is just gonna keep, I can just tell, it's gonna keep adding on. Maybe there's some mods going up at some point. Then it's just gonna blow up. I'm telling you. Okay, so let's put the engine in. Can I get 2 in? No, so let's make that. Let's move it over. Let's make that look nice. I think the first thing we should research is probably more efficient engines. Axel, what's the first thing you research? Is it more efficient enginery?
I researched the arcade machine. I rushed to the arcade machine because...
You rushed the arcade machine?
Yeah.
That's so funny. We've already got fabrics research, so we could microweaver. We could unlock the couch. Oh no, we've researched couch already. It's blue. It's ready to be researched, I think.
Yeah.
So that means we need to research botany really to move on to anything down here. We could get our assembler going on, which would get better guns if we trade for the right pieces. Autopsy table, metal refinery could be good. Weapons console, shields console. We probably need to get shields up and running soon. This ship seems pretty able to get destroyed. Maybe the autopsy table so we can get to the medical bed, though. You rush the jukebox. Why do you rush the jukebox? So advanced. Oh, it does it ups your research speed, though, at least. I mean, oh, yeah, okay, fine. Maybe the jukebox, but doing advanced research speed plus 10% might be a good first thing to research. I always do generators, then refinery. Yeah, the problem right now is going to be our generator, because I don't even know if this one generator is going to be enough to power this whole ship. We might need to tuck another one in right here, which I think it'll work. Okay, let's preemptively move this power node. If I can. Oh, I was going to put a window there. That's why I moved it. I'm an idiot. Let's just move it back. I don't need a window. Okay, let's research. We should have probably had research going earlier, but let's get to the E01 power generator. So, yeah. I mean, that's advanced anyway. We're just... Look, Axel, we're not going to run... We're not rushing the jukebox. I'm going to rush the generator. That's so funny.
And that's fine.
You approve. Okay, let's get logistics unpaused on this thing, and let's power up this ship so we can start getting some oxygen and some temperature going on in here. Let's see how this ship looks. Let's do a little design work, too, maybe. In the meantime, while we're waiting here. Walls. What kind of wall options? Oh, look at this. Is this new? This blue one. Is
Yeah,
that
it's new.
Or it replaced the gray.
Yeah.
The flat gray look. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so many floors. Okay, so I think I like that for this space. And then floors in here, it should be pretty like... I can't tell yet. We don't have lights. I should probably wait until I can see with the lights. Yeah, so hard to do design work, you know. We'll put that there. It's not quite symmetrical. It doesn't matter. We just need to get going. Now, somebody in the chat here, Drakard is saying, SC, nope, it won't be enough. This thing is just too inefficient, this power generator. Man, this is going to be tough. I'm going to have to do a lot of overhaul on this ship. Or we'll go to that other claimable vessel and maybe just take it immediately. We'll just abandon this one. I'm going to preemptively put this guy in here, but how much does that cost? I'm down a couple of infra blocks. Okay. Can I make some more? Infra blocks.
Yeah, you can.
I can make 5 more. What consumes infra blocks? The tool case consumes infra blocks, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that will always be, like, infra blocks are always slowly being consumed, I assume. Come on, whir to life. Oh, let's get our recycler in here. Resource recycler. Right near those beds. Oh, people are going to hate living here. What's my comfort situation? Oh, that's not bad. The walls did cut down a fair amount.
Yeah.
So the light should help with the comfort, and this area is going to be a nice, comfy sleep. And this area is going to be the opposite of that. There we are. Now this area, I can kind of guess what I'm going to want. I kind of want to go with that Firefly vibe, so I think that's going to mean, to me, that says like this kind of wall. Or maybe even this one. That's a little too mechanical, I think. I think they had some comfortable areas. So something like that feels good. And then floor-wise, I'm not sure yet. We'll have to wait till we get some light in here. Oh, actually, these panels could be good for in there. Yeah, some like some sturdy panels in there. Let's go with the walls. Let's go with like that look for this area. And back here, probably. This hallway could kind of be similar. Yeah, we'll just get started with that and we'll see how we're doing. But right now we need these people to wake up, finish their coffee breaks, and get back to work. Then we need to take a look at their skills and assign them kind of their priority jobs. I believe any second now this is going to get filled up with some energium. Unfortunately, the engine is going to block a lot of the pathing, so they're going to have to go all the long way around to service these engines. But that gives us a little more weight control, and hopefully we should be mass supported with these 3 engines. Oh, Demonius asks you, Axel, I want a feature to dynamically change ship size, adding and removing sections when I need them. Tired of rebuilding my ships from scratch. Well, on my other offline videos, that's definitely something that's happening. We are going to be like doing a transition ship, which I do think makes for some fun gameplay. But I could see why that would be a fun thing to do, to be able to like change your ship size. But is that sort of that's probably a code thing? Like that's pretty hard to do?
Well, like the main, from the top of my head, one of the main problems with it is like, let's say you...
Oh, did I lose you?
You have a 2x2 and a pirate ship's... Hello?
Yeah, I think you're back. I think you're back.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, regarding the dynamic change of ship sizes, so like one of the main problems with it is, like, if you have a 2x2 and then a pirate ship jumps right next to you, and then you have like when you're able to expand, you're going to get problems where like ships overlap. They start to overlap quite easily. You run into those types of problems.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so like to enable that system, we would have to make probably some kind of special sectors where you could do this. Start to think about solutions like that. So it's like
it's a tricky one.
Dynamically change the canvas within a sector, because then you can start building on top of another ship, and it becomes like buggy in that sense.
Right. Okay, let's decompose that monster meat, and let's probably get out of here. Whew. Some folks were talking about character rolling. I think there's actually a mod in the community on Steam. If you take a look, obviously I don't know, don't recommend modding because it could break the game. But if you take a look at it, oh, here we go. We'll just power this ship up. if you take a look at it, it could give you some options there. I guess we don't need this. We could connect this up to that. We don't really need that power node anymore. Let's dismantle it for now. So there are ways, I think you go into like the save file or something like that. I'm not sure what it is, but there are ways to get some control as far as the characters are concerned. I think, what am I missing, folks, on this ship? I mean, we're about to find out once I power it up and they say, like, you're missing this, this, and this. But I think we're getting pretty close to being able to take to the stars here. And again, remember, we're playing on harsh. Okay, so I've already probably spent way too much time. Oops, wrong button. I've probably spent way too much time just like trying to make this work. Oh, no, I did press the right button. Okay, good. Okay, so we've got some HODs going into the HOD pangers. We've got some water, which will help our oxygen generator and keep our algae dispenser feeding our crew. We do have some meals, which I'm going to bring over and hopefully store somewhere. We brought over the guns. Whew. And they're having maybe their last sleep. Maybe. On board the HSB Bianca, which we might come back and salvage because there's going to be a lot of energy salvage in here. So that could be kind of nice. I'm going to stop processing of the power, so at some point all of the power is going to run out of this thing and it will fall dark. In the meantime, hopefully I didn't miss it. Here we go. The ship is going to start whirring to life here. And the lights flicker on as we start generating a little bit, but maybe not enough power. There we go. And here it comes. Springing to life. The HSS Pavlos. I'm going to change the name of the prefix, but we'll keep it the Pavlos because it is a claimable derelict vessel that we have brought back to life. The solid content ship. This is the SCS Pavlos, and we're going to keep its name because you honor the ship's name. You've got to honor it. What are we missing over here? There's some sort of power connection missing. There's a link busted, I think. So let's connect that up to this one, this guy up to this one, and see if that does it. Oh no, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, now that's solid content. That's the stuff people, tune in to hear. In this area, I wanted this structure. Yeah, there we go. Looks a little nicer. We'll do some floors in a second, but right now I can't even see what we're looking at yet, as they are still bringing up the temperature and bringing up the O2. This ship becomes a little bit more livable every second of the day. Pablos 2, love the channel. Pablos 2, is that a channel we should look at? Let's go check out Pablos 2 later. Oh, okay, so I've powered everything down here a little early. That's okay. It is what it is, Let's get this over here. Let's get all this stuff transferred over. And let's go into the skills. Schedule ships. Let's bring them all on board the Pavlos. And you know what? Bailey, who are my main teams here? Let's take a look at our priorities. Who's my maintenance industry person? Who's my industry person? So that's gonna be Hal. So Hal, I want Hal to stay on board this ship at all times. You don't do derelict vessel work. You're just gonna work on the Pavlos. Okay, now is Hal one of my... Yeah, no, he's not one of my shooty teams, so that makes sense. Brooke is my other person who's mining, botany, medical operations. We should probably keep Brooke mostly on board this ship. Axel, do you know if I say Brooke can't do derelicts, will she still go and mine? She'll still get in the mining pod and leave the ship, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to do. These two people are stuck on the ship for the rest of their days. And maybe we can switch their schedules a bit as well. Let's move them further in. If we totally flip their schedules, then we don't need so many beds. But obviously they're built already, so it doesn't matter. And it looks like the wall actually did quite a nice job of controlling at least some comfort. But I do feel that I'm probably missing some thermal regulators, although I am flat out of infrablocks. So we might need to come up with some infrablocks some other way here. The O2 is building up slowly but surely. We'll get there. It's complaining at me now, but we'll get there. What is this yelling at me about? The temperature is bad. I mean, hopefully it just raises the temperature. Do we have any temperature starting to raise? -8 in this area. This area is getting to 2 degrees. I mean, this whole area is already warm because of the generators.
You probably need more thermal.
Yeah, I don't have enough infrablocks. I'll have to take apart I'll have to take apart a door. My doors! My precious doors? We don't really need this door, I think, currently. Let's get rid of this door. Because comfort-wise, we're doing good in this area. I love this little command deck, and I would definitely want to do another one over here for weapons and shields and stuff. That's going to be awesome. Okay, so that's going to get us one more infrablock, but the heat is actually starting to level out. It's just taking a while. Maybe I don't have to worry about it so much. Let's not worry about it, because the temperature is spreading. It's leveling out. Sometimes you just need a bit of patience. Oh, this isn't even on the power grid? Are you kidding me? Okay, I've got 13 power thingies. You heard me, power thingies. Oh, it's just not on the grid. Come on. Okay, is this... Oh, I see. It's not going to... There's a window right there. I wonder who decided to put windows everywhere. Oh, no, they're kind of lined up perfectly. So they need to be there. This one... We could switch, potentially. Okay, let's dismantle that wall light and move this power node over 1, and hopefully that powers this storage thing here. So let's move this guy over 1. Yeah, I don't think that's going to cause any major problems. That's going to cause a bit of power loss for a second while we get it in place. Good work, Hal. I don't know, like last time we had Hal who was shifty, he would constantly rename the ship, but this Hal might be like one of our top Hals. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Pavlos. She's a fine ship with many problems. But I love her already. Okay, light-wise... Oh, it didn't finish this floor. Okay, let's get this floor done. And I think we're ready to take... I think we gotta go. Do you know what I mean? What about green carpet? Oh, that's not green carpet. I think there's a carpet one in here, isn't there? Nope, that's more tile work. Why do I want green carpet? That's a great question. I'm not going to answer it. There we go. I just like it. Can we put anything on these on these angled walls yet?
No, I don't think so.
That is tricky. I could see, because it's isometric, so I could see that being like a very hard thing to solve. But
yeah, we would have to create one more angle on the asset.
Sinister Plank, I have not seen you in the chat in forever. How you doing, my man? Or person, my woman, I don't know. But Sinister Plank, thanks for being here. And that was a good comment. I don't think there's enough windows. Ugh, I totally agree. I don't think there's any more spots for windows. I mean, we can shove windows here and there. Maybe some windows like right behind. Is there a single window? No. Be nice to get one. Oh, we can put one right in between the... Let's do that. Why are we doing this? I don't know. It just looks cool. Yeah, we'll redo the color at some point, too. Man, I am not good at the paint job. Okay, the hull is building up some hit points here. Things are going well. Hal is busy doing research. The Bianca is complaining of a lot of low... oh, I'm going to turn off... I don't need to worry about that, I don't think. Show win 0, notify win 0. You can show win 0. Yeah, we'll just keep our eye on it. But I don't need to be warned about that one. So we just need to... I think we need to get out of here.
Yeah.
Green beef for Prez. Hey, Cry Closet. Oh, you sent me another one of your save games. I got to take a look at your ship. I can't wait to look at it. Yeah, green beef. Sometimes I'll just put on green beef videos. Maybe I like ASMR stuff a little bit, but sometimes I'll put on a green beef video. That guy's got the best voice in the biz. All right, folks. Here we have a ship ready to launch, I think. Obviously, some more design work to do. Really love the little the section in the middle there, the little holes. You can kind of see into the ship a little bit. I love that. Storage-wise, Maybe we need a bit more storage. I don't know if we can fit one here. No, we can't. But we might need a couple of small ones or something. Right there. So let's put 2 small storages there. Although, oh yeah, we don't have we don't have infra blocks. Okay, well, we'll get to it eventually. We're not full up just yet. We still have a fair amount of room left. But I think it is time that we bid adieu to the Bianca. Or the, the Bianca. It does have some energy rods left in it if we want to ever come back, do some repair work, or create some, like if we find some raw resources we just need to. Or we could come back and strip it for all it's worth. So that is an option. But with half the hull achieved stability, I bring up the menu and we take off. Who's our main navigator? Priorities. I don't want it to be one of the shooty teams. I want it to be Brooke or Hal. Navigations. They're actually both not great at navigation. So I guess, yeah, one of our shooty teams, Jamie, heads in, takes a seat, and spools up the engines. For the first time ever, this bird flies again for the second. Because, I mean, it was a derelict vessel, so it did used to fly. Anyway, it flies again is the point. Missing a little chunk, but don't worry, we'll get to that. What are we missing? We're leaving 3 crafts behind. We have 2 pods. We've got our shuttle. So we're leaving a shuttle and 3 crafts behind, and we're leaving behind the Bianca. And we're okay with this. We did it. It only took, what was that, 2 hours?
2.5 hours.
I mean, what do you expect from me? That's not bad. Okay, it looks like our trading partners, that's fine. We don't have anything really to trade with them, but let's drop in and take a look at this other claimable vessel and compare. You know, do we switch? Oh man, it really does look like an upside down Space Invaders ship.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, let's do some mining right away. But we'll let the other team do that because the shooty team is getting on board their vessel. Ladies and gents, we're playing on harsh. Every second counts. Let's take a look at the Cordelia. Oh, it is a pretty great looking ship. It's got a hole blasted through here. I think that's probably going to be the safest spot to explore. Maybe this entrance there could be good too. Make sure we clear it of bugs because we only have 1 shotgun. Yeah, this looks like a good entrance here. So we'll enter this way. Chat, we didn't talk about our save scum policy. So feel free to discuss that in the chat below and we'll take a look. I just want to know, honestly, like, this isn't, you know, I'm not playing for stats. I'm not playing for clout. I'm just playing to enjoy the game. So for me, the save scum rule is always if it's a justifiable death. If it's a death that I caused by being stupid at the game, then I kind of don't. I might go back a save. But if they get eaten by aliens, you know, I'll leave it up to you. I say as we immediately get destroyed by all these alien bugs. Hopefully there's no haulers. I don't think we have the firepower to take on a hauler yet. We're going to need another shotgun or something. I think that, yeah, like, I you know, ultimately I just don't want to lose so hard that it becomes impossible to maintain the game. I think that there's a base level, and I don't know how you feel about this, Axel, but I think there's a base level at which you just can't manage a ship. Like, if you have 1 or 2 crew member, I think it becomes way too hard to, like, manage all of the logistics.
Yeah, it could be a bit tricky.
Like
but now there's robots now, so...
Oh, there's robots! I forgot about the robots, yeah. But so then that means, like, for example, let's say you get down to 1 or 2 crew, but none of those crew can mine. Well, then you basically, like, mathematically can't survive for very long. I mean, maybe. Obviously, if you can find somebody in a hypersleep chamber, that can change your fortunes.
Yeah, you would have to, like, find other ships to trade with all the time and just move like...
That's true. You'd have to be, like, a pretty good capitalist.
Yeah.
Oh, Ralcom, you got to be careful. You cannot take that many hits. Okay, now, hopefully we can claim this one. Yes. Okay, perfect. Now we can claim this one, dismantle all this sweet stuff, all these goodies. Let's get that. Let's dismantle this. I think there's a button to dismantle everything, isn't there? Something like that.
Good question.
I know, I forget. Dismantle all that. Ooh, this is a good get. Dismantle that big beefy boy. Let's dismantle all this stuff. I didn't quite get around to it, folks, but I've got my a camera set up that I want to use called the grind cam. So whenever we're doing things like dismantling and there's not much else to be looking at, I could turn the camera on and say hi to everyone. But I didn't get to set that up in time. So we have too much temperature in this area. So I think what that means is, yeah, things are getting too hot. The military alliance is coming in. Let's see if there's anything to trade with them. In the meantime, do I have... I will have an infra block at some point. So let's get a thermal regulator there to help lower the temperature here and hopefully not let that temperature spread. No one understands says a more efficient way would be to click the ship, click dismantle, and then select everything. Says no one understands. Okay, well yeah. The only thing is then wouldn't it start dismantling all the walls? I don't really want to dismantle the walls. We don't get anything for that. You just get, tool credit or something. All right, get to work, boys. Oh, this big get. We're going to get a couple energy rods out of this. Maybe one, but better than nothing. That's a big get. Oh, yeah. I love a claimable vessel. Look at all those tech blocks. Maybe we could trade some tech blocks. I know it's not exactly a good idea to trade your tech blocks, but, we only have 53, space doubloons here.
Yeah, you got lots of tech blocks from that Claimable.
Yeah. I'd say we're in pretty good shape for a harsh run. The only thing I'm worried about right now is Hyperium. All right, let's take a look at the MAS Light Binder. That ship looks cool. It's got the one gun. This is an early game military alliance. This is the kind of stuff you're going to see in your home sector. I love it. Let's do some trade here. Which is my ship, the Pavlos. I forgot. All right, what do they have for us? Hyper fuel. This is very expensive, Hyperium. I wonder if there's a way to earn some Hyperium. 375. Man, that's going to run me out of house and home. I don't have anything that valuable right now, unless I sell off some of my space food. But I have a sneaking suspicion I'm going to need space food. Why don't I sell one handgun? 3 energy blocks, which could be bad. That's a bad move. I don't really want to sell anything else. We can get 2. We can get 3 and take 10 doubloons. Is there any water? Let's get some water here. Let's trade one more of these. Bad idea, I know, but I'd rather not run out of water and die. You know how it is. Could get another water and then end up with 35 profit. 22 of that. Energium could be good. Now let's do this for now. And let's see what we can claim from our claimable ship, because this will probably give us a few more pieces here. Okay, that's good. All right. I feel pretty good about that trade, honestly. I think that's the smart move. I am hearing nothing but silence from Axel, so I'm sure he's over there going like, oh, what are you doing, you idiot? You're about to lose the whole game.
I'm just letting you play.
Letting me dig. I wish I could get some more light in this area here, but I really like the window, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Do we have a light rating? No, it's kind of hard to tell. Light 0. That's fine. They're happy enough. We're getting a comfort rating of 12 out of this area here. I'd say for a starter ship, I mean, come on, look at this starter ship.
Yeah, it's original and
yeah, I do. I like the shape of it so far. I'd love to finish the shape, obviously, but like we're gonna need to think about where we put other stuff. Like maybe this whole structure can get taller. Like we can move this whole structure forward a lot. That'll probably help us like bring out this piece first, and then that'll give us a lot more building room. The civilians are coming in. Oh, Bailey's had a problem. Where's Bailey? She's a little low on oxygen. Here, Brooke. Oh, Brooke. Did Brooke give her some oxygen? Brooke totally gave her some oxygen. Okay, Bailey, I think is going to be okay. Spacesuit fatigue, extremely fatigued. She just worked herself right until she passed out. We'll keep an eye on this.
we've
running
also
low on it.
like made them. They should be able to carry other crew members
Let's go
by
here.
themselves.
Oh, no, she's up. Will she get to the... Okay, she got some O2, and she's off. She got on the ship. Okay. All right, guys, let's keep dismantling. It's like they stopped doing their work. Those lazy so-and-sos. Make sure we're bringing all this stuff home at all times. We've got a lot of tech blocks. I think I should sell some tech blocks to the civilians and see what we get out of that. So we now have 10 energium. These things, what do they... It doesn't really tell me what they burn, does it? Uses raw Hyperium as a resource and is less efficient. Of course, we're aware of that, but how much does it burn? That doesn't really tell me. Oh, here we go. Fuel to hyperjumps ratio, so we can jump 8.3 sectors before we need to refuel it. Okay, that's not bad. I'm feeling okay.
Yeah.
Our wolf says, I'm always here to be Solid's immoral compass. Board them and you get all their Hyperium for free, Solid, says our wolf.
Yeah. Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can still hear you. Oh, okay. Did I miss something from you?
Yeah, I was wondering. Well, there's a question about relation. How you can increase them.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's still under development. So, like, you can increase the number, but it doesn't really do much at the moment. So, like, you can give them gifts and so on. But like, if we want alliances to work, we need to actually implement some kind of mechanics to that, to an alliance, how it's beneficial. So that's still something we want to do in the future.
I love it. Do I take just so I didn't make some profit? I like making profits early on. We'll get a little more water. We'll get another energium here. But I'm selling an energy block for that, and even a energy cell. I don't know. Let's do it. Anything to just give us some initial momentum, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've got our recycler. What is our energy production like? Generating 9.9, consuming 8.9. Woo! Woo! Close to the roof here. So I think we're going to lose power as soon as we try to recycle stuff. We'll have to be careful. Oh my goodness.
Have you taken a look at the statistics menu?
Oh yeah, P. Yeah, there. I put it on the P key. But in the last episode of the city ship that we're doing, I put that on. I was explaining how to do that. So here's our power. So this is what you're talking about. Uh oh. It's changed a little bit here. I'm not sure what you know what this was? This was probably, maybe I'm wrong about this, but this was probably everything that was going into like bringing the heat and temperature up, but it also probably took into account having the what do you call it? The mining base.
Yeah.
So that was probably consumption from all of the mining base stuff, because I can see my consumption has dropped way down here. And I look like I'm just barely producing a surplus in power. Yeah. Oh, Drakart has taken off. That's all right. I'm going to need to leave in a little bit too, because it's, I mean, I hate to brag, but it's vaccine day for this guy.
Oh, cool.
I know. I'm a lucky boy. Man, you know what? I got to be honest with you. I'm going to keep streaming this, obviously, but I am in love with this ship already. We got to get a recycling plant. I don't know where we'll put that. Maybe here. But like I said, we're going to have to start saving up hull blocks immediately. I shouldn't have even sold that one that I sold, but it is what it is. Okay, let's keep the speed going at maximum speed here so we can move on from getting this thing dismantled here. Let's maybe go ahead to our schedule here and, like, for now, let's just have them... Oh, no, that's not a derelict ship, though. Right. So let's have them... There we are. Max out their work while they're on the... yeah, there we go. There we go. This is that dismantle I'm after. Yes, take apart this ship. Rip it to pieces. Hull stability is lost in the Cordelia. That's okay. We got a lot of infra blocks out of that. A lot of hull blocks. This is good. Oh, and some soft blocks. Very good. This is really going to help us with our expansion of the ship. Finding a claimable vessel this early in the game is quite nice.
Yeah.
I think we could dismantle that now, too. Let's dismantle this, get some infra blocks out of this. I'll dismantle the airlock last. Nowhere to relax. Oh, on the Cordelia. Of course, of course. I was like, excuse me. I gave them so many chairs. How's our research going? All right, we're just under halfway through our research speed increase. Lainey has to go, but thanks for the stream. You earned my membership dollar with this one. Lainey, I am so glad that you've joined the membership world. I just turned that on yesterday. A quick word about the memberships. The Military Alliance are coming back in here. It was something that some folks in the Discord, in the chat have been asking for, and I've always wanted to do that as a way to kind of be like, oh, is this something that I could do a little more frequently? You know, and that's the dream. And I think there's going to be more, you know, membership stuff later on. You can't dismantle the airlock, says Hein. Okay, good to know. And I think what I want to do is, like, with those other membership things, it's like, okay, well, now I'm looking into running a server, so we could all vote on what game is on the server, and I'll just kind of join in and play on that. And then there's other things like private videos, like a Dungeons & Dragons campaign or something I thought could be kind of fun, but maybe the regular viewer wouldn't be interested in that. So lots of stuff in mind, but I just started out with that super basic one, just in terms of like, oh, do you like the channel and you want to see more of it? Okay, you can support. So thank you so much for those that are joining, and for those that are not joining, it's still the same. Nothing's changing. Still the same old solid content. Oh, Lance has joined. Oh my goodness, Lance, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard the old solid content channel. Hopefully, I mean, for the next month, it's just going to be the Space Haven channel, to be honest with you, because I really like this ship. But then on my offline videos, like I think this will be a stream ship, but then my offline videos are going to be that city ship that we're working on. So I'm not going to leave that ship behind either. We still need to see what Captain Annie gets up to. Triforce is there for the D&D, yes. Megan, the membership thing is something that YouTube offered. It's similar to Twitch. It's just that kind of thing. So if you are... Mrs. Solid's roasting me in the comments. So if that's something that you feel you have the room to do, support a streamer, then by all means do it. And if not, we're still going to be best friends. Don't worry about it. We got a lot of infra blocks out of this thing. This ship, the Cordelia, big early game get. Big early game get. Yeah, Mrs. Solid does get a way too much of me, so already. Oh, real talk, by the way, we're lying in bed last night, we're watching memes on the iPad, we're going to fall asleep. What does she say to me? She says, "You're a lot sometimes." And
it could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing.
Exactly, and I deserved it. Even if it's good or bad, I deserved it either way. I deserve as many compliments as I deserve being ripped on. Okay, this is good. I think we've got it. The Mugrad 2002 says, "I've never heard of this game until it popped up on Steam sale today, hence why I'm here, checking the stream to see if I should buy the game." Well, you have come to the right place, because you've got me, who is a full-on cult believer in the game, and joining us on Discord is Axel, the brains behind the operation himself, who created this game. So if you have any questions, toss them in here. Oh, is Ninetails here? All right, Ninetails, welcome aboard. We've got another half hour or so before I gotta get going. Ships, we're leaving this ship behind. I hate seeing this part here. Down here is always like worries me, but I think we're good.
Yeah.
Abandoned reclaimable, good. Okay, where should we go next? How about we not go to where the pirates are? Ooh, Axel, why are there pirates in the home sector?
Well, you put it on harsh, so the difficulty.
Okay. Axel, I'm too young to die. I'm too pretty. All right, I think we're going to go north here. The pirates don't seem to have moved yet. Okay, we're going to go get this Energium. We should probably go... Ah, darn. Could have gone down there to get that stuff, but... It's okay. So let's drop in here and get this Energium. Ninetail says here, and annoying my cat by watching you instead of playing with him. That's what I'm talking about. Your cat... Tell your cat to relax, okay? It's solid content time. Let's get this Energium and get out of here. I see that Mrs. Solid has gotten the microphone. Are you sitting down to join us? Do you have anything to say to Axel?
Hey, Axel. I don't think we've officially met. I can't remember.
Well, we haven't met and we haven't spoken.
No, we haven't. Everybody, this is the official meeting.
Oh, is this a big moment for people? Is that what
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
60% done on the research. Let's speed up time here. Everybody's asleep right now.
Hey. Yeah, I heard solid can be a lot. So.
Oh yeah. This guy is a lot. Yep.
Well.
Oh, that's it? You're just coming on to say that and then sigh?
Yeah, I know. I didn't have anything particular to say. I just overheard some chat about me and thought I should say hello.
It wasn't necessarily about you, just so much as like calling you out.
I mean, really, it was more about you. But.
Yeah. People are happy that you're here, though. You should grab a chair.
Hi, everybody. Well, I got to make some tacos.
Oh, fun.
Taco
That's cool.
Tuesday.
I believe it's pronounced taco.
Tacos.
All right, we're done in this sector. Let's get out of here. I'm getting some chat here. Our Wolf says, the pirates have your stuff, Solid. Go take it back from them. I can't go take the pirates on.
Is Space Haven the game Solid plays them? Or is there some other game?
You cut out a little bit there.
Okay, so I'm asking Miss Solid, like, if Space Haven is the game you play most, or is there some other game that he plays more?
Yeah, Jules, what are you playing?
That I play.
Oh, I really want to go here, but the pirates are going to come here, I think.
At this point, I would say Mr. Solid plays Space Haven enough that it feels like a third something in our relationship or something. For me, my game, and nobody hate me for this, but like the only game I play is Castle Must Be Mine on VR.
A VR game.
It's just...
It's a good... Why would people hate you? That's a fun VR game.
Well, just because I have so little knowledge of other ones. And I mean, that's why I like to sit here and just poke fun, because I don't know what I'm poking fun at.
For those of you wondering, it's a tower defense VR game. It's actually super fun.
See, I can't even describe it. That's how little I know.
Don't worry, Axel. I am slowly getting her hooked on games. And
it's true.
Eventually we'll be doing a Space Haven together or something.
I think the difference between us is I don't have the patience that he does. He loves building games, and I'm like, oh, that was good enough, and I like place things, and then it makes him annoyed when he looks at my house in The Sims and sees how bad it is.
It's not that it's bad. It just desperately needs lots and lots of improvements.
I didn't realize I didn't give it a roof. Like, that's how bad it was.
So you get more action then.
Yeah.
More action.
Yeah. So I do have this plan. I've been trying to beg her to play StarCraft 2, so we're going to try to get her to play StarCraft.
Oh, yeah, that would be awesome.
Right? I'm not very good at it. I think my MMR is like -2. So whenever even if I win a game, the other person gets the points.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of StarCraft on Twitch.
Oh, so much, right?
Yeah, like I like to watch streamers.
It's such a good stream game. Do you have any streamers you recommend for StarCraft?
Yeah, I bumped into Hero Marine. I think he's a German, and he has like really.
Into him?
Well, I bumped into his stream on Twitch when I was like.
Oh, okay. I thought you like met him.
No, but I like watching him, and then there's a Finnish player, Serral. He was the first one to beat the Koreans. It was an epic moment. It was like
I like Serral.
Yeah, like it was some 20 years or something, the Korean.
Another claimable.
And he managed to beat them.
Uh-oh. We got a problem, folks.
So I showed up and then you immediately failed
at
the game? Is that what just happened?
Okay, how are we dealing with this? Do we try to board them? Oh, that's a big-looking ship. Oh, wait, who's this? Oh, no, that's the claimable vessel. We don't have any shields.
That's a bad one.
Okay, let's take a look what we're dealing with here. They've got... No, we're not going to survive. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Red alert on navigation. Thank you. Operations offline. Cannot communicate. Okay. Run. Yeah, it's definitely running time. Are you taking off to make some tacos?
Gonna make tacos.
Okay, have a good one. Bye, Mrs.
Yeah, good luck.
Again, so weird to call my wife Mrs. Okay, they are good. Okay, we gotta get out of here. Come on. Ah, they're gonna blow holes right in the hull. Run! Okay, we got out. Whew. Team Fiasco. Winning at life, losing the game. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay, are the pirates going to come after me? No, they're going to go back this way. So I'm actually going to jump. Oh, I'd like to go take a look at that vessel too. So let's go. Actually, we have to come back up here anyway. So let's take this one. Hopefully the pirates have moved on. If not, we'll be careful. Then we go back up to this claimable one. Maybe we go get this, explore that one, and get that water and resources, and then get out of here. My Dime says, it would be better if the crew could actually run in emergencies. Ooh, that would be sweet.
Yeah, so we thought about that.
Oh yeah, you did.
4 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, like it costs a lot animation-wise to create that. So it's and yeah, it's like with this graphic style, it would be, even if it's such a simple thing.
Yeah.
Like if they have guns and such, and they run with guns, you know. Yeah. It
oh,
would be
like if they have anything equipped, that changes things.
Yeah, like if you run with a gun, you know, it has to look good enough to not look silly, let's say.
Uh-oh, we're gonna have haulers here, I think. This could be bad. Yeah, I understand that. And I mean, that's what you were talking about earlier, the knock-on effects of, like, you can add something to the game. Does it add to the player's experience? Maybe, but what do you now have to deal with?
Exactly, yeah.
I think we should shoot through... Oh, no! Oh, I'm scared. Okay, what do we do? What do you think? What do we do here?
Just kill it.
You think we can kill it? We only
yeah.
Okay, as long... Oh, you're right. We're fine. I got a little scared there. But Jamie might need medical attention, and we don't have a med bed yet. Monster bite, it's not regressing, so we might be okay. Oh, there's another one. Oh, boy. Okay, Bailey's going to take this one, hopefully. And, oh, boy. This could be the end of the game. Get it! I went right for Bailey. Okay. Oh, boy. This is bad. Got rejected. Okay, wait, hang on. The monster bite is a -6, but getting rejected by her crush, who I don't know who Bailey was after, getting rejected by her crush hurt her more than that monster bite. She was like, yeah, but the monster didn't mean it. But Jamie meant to reject me.
Yeah.
I bet Bailey woke up and she was like, hi, Jamie. And then Jamie was like, hey, girl, you look tired. And she was just like, wow, cool.
You look like you got bitten by a monster.
Yeah. Were you bitten recently? Smoke that bug. There we go. We got to get rid of these eggs. I don't want any more spawning going on here. Can we get down here? No, we can't. We gotta go through here. Oh, this is spicy. This is like old school. These are the scary days. I haven't been this scared of aliens in a long time. I mean, Captain Annie, her normal strategy would just be to send 600 people on this ship and just roast everything in sight. But now we've got everybody a little bit injured. Oh my goodness. Team Fiasco, nothing hurts like heartbreak. So true. Careful, boys. Oh boy. Arwolf says you can dodge their charge if you time it right.
Yeah, it's true.
Axel. Okay, tell me about that. What do you do?
Well, you just like you kind of anticipate when it's going to charge, and then you just take your characters and you make them move to the side, and if the distance is long enough, the hauler is aiming at the point where the character was.
Oh.
But yeah, so it will move to that position. But if your character manages to get out of the way, it misses.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Good to know. Okay, so we have to just move at the right time.
Yeah.
Salvage expedited. Okay, we're going to get that salvage done. And maybe we need to look at our research options here. So advanced gets to our power generator, which I think... Actually, no, wait. We need the energy refinery and the power generator to make that work. Where is a med bed? I think we're going to need that first.
Yeah, medical bed would be nice.
Medical bed.
It's
It's up?
It's up, yeah. There it is.
Oh, yeah, okay. So we need to do autopsy table. Let's get advanced done since we're close. That'll give us a boost in our research speed. Then we go autopsy and medical bed. And hopefully they can rebuild their health. Their health does go up unless they have a regressing problem. As far as I know.
Yeah, the open wounds can sometimes be a bit problematic, but
okay.
The open wounds also have like a chance to heal them. But
so you might not even have to worry about it. Okay. Well,
yeah, sometimes you have to, but it's a bit. Sometimes it goes better, and sometimes a medical bed is needed.
Do they have any guns for me? Come on, Military Alliance, sell me some guns. Let's at least get one of these, and let's keep our water stock flowing. We don't need to worry about energy rods just yet. We could get some medicine. I can't really afford it. We could sell them another meal, or we could sell some soft blocks here. And then let's get a medical supply. Maybe a bit more water. And we're still pulling a tiny profit. 28 doubloons. Whew, Lance. Okay, off for now. Doctor stuff. Have an awesome time, everyone. Well, thanks, Lance, for joining. Thanks for being around. You're an amazing person, and we will see you around. Have good doctor stuff. Whew. Oh, spicy. No one understands the saying, kind of finding it funny that you can eat food but no water to drink. That's true. I kind of feel like, in a way, they are, their meal includes water. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know, the kitchen makes them a meal thing. I imagine they have a drink there, and that it uses up some of the, like, fruits or something like that. Or, you know, it turns some water. Like, it makes a little meatloaf to eat, plus a little cup of juice and some vegetables or something. Anyway, that's just my own lore building. Sinister Plank, I'm off in about 5. 9 p.m. is when I get off work, and I'm going to run home and play. Sinister Plank, I can't wait. Please, I think you're on the Discord. Those of you who are not on the Discord need to dive in here and join us. Was this claimable? People are asking. No, I don't think this ship was claimable. So, Crystal is saying, why did you claim the ship? A ship... Oh, because you dismantled... Yeah, okay. Crystal got her answer. But somebody else, Brian Lytell, was saying, how do you get more ship points? And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Axel, but you just get 8 ship points for your run. That's all you get.
Yeah.
So how you use them is up to you. I like to keep at least a couple ship points free at all times, so that if you run across a claimable vessel, you can claim it and dismantle it, as we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, so the ship points are related to the sector size in canvas tiles. We call them canvas tiles. So there's only so many of them. You have to asteroids, derelict ships, and other faction ships. So with the 8 ship points, you can have like a big 2x3 and a small one, or you can have like 8 of the really small ships. But you know, at 8 ship points, they started a bit of room. So it's
I see what you're saying. That makes sense. Like, there's almost a Tetris to it.
Yeah. Yes.
If
exactly.
you let us build whatever we want, you're going to run into all kinds of bugs when you jump into a system that has lots going on.
Yeah. Well, at some point, like let's say in the future, if we want the other factions to jump in fleets, you want to like to up the challenge. So they would also have like, let's say, 2 big ships, and then we have to think about scenarios edge where there's 3 or even 4 factions battling out. Like we have to reserve room for that, because if there isn't, then in those edge cases they would like, the ships would be on top of each other and you could see what's happening.
Right, yeah, that would just be chaos.
Yeah.
Alright, there we go. I've changed their schedules a little bit. I want them to still be able to have some time together, but Brooke and Hal are now going to be a little bit of a nighttime shift. So their job is basically to maintain the ship, and the shooty team, our away mission team, is always going to be on the same schedule, just to make sure that their stamina is always matching, and that works. Oh, this is actually a great question here. You probably saw it. Oh, Deuce. It sounds like he's saying cannabis style because of like the Discord mic, I think. I believe you're saying canvas.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or are you saying cannabis?
No.
Darn.
Canvas, like.
Canvas, yeah.
Yeah.
Sandman asks, can Axel tell us a bit about the changes made in CO2 levels for crew and plants? Oh, and Bruno is just seeing the windows. Welcome, Bruno. Welcome to Space Haven Alpha 12.
Yeah, so
Windows, baby.
The CO2 levels.
Yeah.
I think we tweaked crew members to produce less CO2 when they exhale, and we probably increased the CO2 need for plants a little bit to achieve like optimal growth level. So we wanted to make the CO2 producer needed, but
right.
I'm not sure it's needed yet. It depends on how many crew members you have.
Yeah, I immediately once the update happened, I was definitely having some food problems on my offline playthrough of Space Haven. The city ship is needing a lot of grow beds, so yeah, it's definitely. I installed them right away because I was getting low CO2 warnings. Yeah, so they're definitely more useful, but it's definitely also like very stressful.
Yeah, but previously the CO.
Oh, you cut out a bit there again.
Yeah, so previously the CO2 needed at all, so it was like it wasn't doing anything in the game. So perhaps now it's a bit more needed.
I like that. Question for you, just for my purposes here. Oh, I'm erasing. That's why. Draw. What are these 2 colors? I don't know if you're watching on the stream as well, Axel, but I'm talking about paints now. What is this second color here for? The secondary color. Is this if I'm just going to randomize?
Yes, it's for the randomized tool. Yeah. So if you're painting yourself, your primary color.
Right. So you're not going to use the secondary if you're just painting it yourself.
But it's like if you want to use the randomized tool, you can like choose the colors the tool will use for you. So you can like, yeah.
Cool. I think that's up to there. I'm just messing around here. I'll be honest with you, folks watching. This is my weakest spot, the paint. That's kind of fun.
There's a question about
go for it.
Kitchen settings. So basically putting the minimum settings so that you have green, like even yellow is okay, but like the default one is pretty good. So you don't really have to change it much, but you can tweak it a little bit to be a little bit lower. Usually a little bit lower of the resources if you want. But like the colors are like saying that yellow is okay and green is optimal.
Right, yeah, as far as what it gives you, what kinds of stuff you're going to get for it.
Yeah. And
nutrition-wise.
Yeah, and if you use monster meat, that has like consequences. Like if you use too much monster meat, it might cause crew members to puke, and when they do that, they lose the contents in their stomach. So
so they get hungry again right away.
Yeah, and they won't get energy. They will energy. So it's a real mechanic. The puking. It has like a meaning.
You guys were like, okay, what are we gonna do? What's the most value to the player? What are we gonna add in Alpha 12? And they're like, what if puking is physically manifested?
Yeah.
I love it. Let's see, what else do we have to transfer? Some more scrap here, which is going to cause power problems, but we need the scrap. We need to keep working and keep moving. Do I have enough hull? I got 7 hull. I actually could probably start expanding this next part of the ship. I can't believe how much of this ship we got built this early in the game. I'm feeling great about this.
Yeah.
Gino, can you tell me if that's how you say your name? Giano, or is it Giano? Est-ce que c'est français? He says, you can find crew members or derelict ships or by converting prisoners from other factions into your crew. Yeah, so people are asking, how do you get more crew members? Finding them in those hypersleep chambers, which, a question about the hypersleep chambers, I'm sure you get asked this all the time. Are those going to become, like, do I need to worry about those again anytime soon? I have no room for them right now.
Probably not anytime soon.
Oh, good, thank God.
Yeah, and about finding the crew members. So the hypersleep chambers are one, but taking prisoners and recruiting them, that's much more efficient. If you want crew members fast, just attack someone.
But to the person's question there, you are going to need a facility built in to take care of those pirates, or your prisoners, rather. So they're going to need their own kitchen. They're going to need a spot to go to the bathroom. They might even need some health care. You got to give them free health care, unfortunately. All right, research complete on advanced. But we are moving on. We're going to do the autopsy table so that we can get this medical bed going ASAP.
Yeah. There's a question about if we can train crew members.
Oh,
skills.
Great question. Also, Jano. Yeah, do I hit the J, though? Jano. And yes, it's French. Okay, bonjour, bienvenue chez Solid Content.
So
that's my French. Okay, yeah, answer the training crew. Let's go. Let's hear about this.
Yeah, it's also one of the most requested ones. So we will definitely look into it, see what we come up with.
Cool.
Yeah, but like the characters are still like incomplete, many aspects of them. So we want to probably make them its own alpha iteration update to just focus on the characters.
Oh, cool! So the character update.
Basically. Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. Is that so? Do you think that? I mean, I guess that's not, and you probably don't know, but like, is that coming up next for Alpha 13, or do you have a sense of what Alpha 13 might become?
I don't really have a sense of Alpha 13 yet. Like, we have some ideas, but we still have to decide which fits best at this time. So, yeah, we're still like focusing on Alpha 12 to see if we want to add some more to it, and fixing the rare bugs that are encountered. Yeah. So just making sure that Alpha 12 is good shape before we move on.
Oh, that's fair. Vampy, we don't know. What time do I need to kick into mum mode and Solid needs to leave? Vampy is the channel's. She's kind of the leader. She's sort of the captain a little bit on the chat, and regularly keeps me honest when I'm ignoring things like going to work.
Okay.
So she's wondering. I'm gonna unfortunately be wrapping it up pretty soon because I've got a date with a needle, and then I can friggin' go to grocery stores again or something. So I'm looking forward to that, to be honest.
Yeah.
3 hours. No, Team Fiasco, I gotta go. Oh, Crispy just made it. Crispy, Giga, I've got some sad news for you. We are wrapping up shortly here. Theo, the chat. Yeah, exactly. Theo, Vampy is the chat's Captain Annie. That's true. I think I want to make a Captain Annie shirt or something. Like I don't have merch for this channel. I don't know if like I want to be a merch guy, but I kind of want merch for myself. Okay, how much trouble would I get in, 1 to 10, if I made myself some Space Haven merch?
I would have to think about that, how much trouble it is.
Yeah, how much trouble. You gotta come get me. I'm in Canada. We got no laws over here. It's a lawless country.
I can call to someone in Canada.
Oh no, you have friends in Canada? I'm screwed. Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, don't worry, I won't. I might have some like inside jokes, but it wouldn't be your artwork. Let's see here. Well, I think we're good with this sector, so let's go take a look at that claimable vessel, and then I should probably need to sneak away. Sorry you're missing. Eogan O'Hara. Eogan? Sorry, I'm really bad at names. Did say, has just like, and I believe this is a good question, just all exclamation marks, all caps. Lasers! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Axel, do you want to speak to that at all? Do you want to answer that, which I believe is a good question?
Lasers, yeah. Lasers are cool, and these beams can make lots of damage.
Yeah, you like lasers, eh?
And you shouldn't point them in eyes, because lasers might be possible.
Oh, and there you go. There's your answer. It might be possible. That is a good dev answer. Like, hey, anything's possible. Yeah, maybe. Our Wolf says a Shifty Hal t-shirt. There are some people that would like 100% buy some solid content merch. Maybe I need to make a Shifty Hal t-shirt. I wonder if like, what would it say on the shirt? Nice ship name. It would be a shame if somebody renamed it. I don't know, something like that. Look, it was my first idea. Give me a break. Shifty Hal forever. The shirt could just say that and have like a fun Shifty Hal thing. There's a buddy of mine who did the solid content artwork, an excellent artist. He is in high demand, so he's quite busy. Look at this. I almost kind of thought that was like a room for like a pool hall or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, he is an extremely busy man, so I did talk to him about like how does this work for like profit share or something like that. So like I want to make sure any artist that does any work gets like super paid, obviously. So and I don't want to like find somebody else to do it. I kind of want to go with my buddy, the original artist, to do some stuff. So I'm talking with him, and it's an ongoing conversation. And then it's one of those things of like, oh, I'd put it up on Teespring or something just for fun if anybody was interested.
Yeah.
We don't need that. I'll get this one here. And let's dismantle this power node. That's going to be some infra blocks. Let's get that. There we go. That's good enough. All right. Begin your dismantlings. Okay, good. Yeah, Arwolf, the best dev answer is wait and see. So true. Order 66, I'll do it. Yeah, I don't know if this, because like this is sort of the Firefly run, so I don't know if this stream is going to go on the dark side, but I do think Captain Annie is we're basically building a dreadnought. We're building sort of like a Star Destroyer is kind of my dream for it. Or maybe like more of a sideways one, but still, it's going to be basically a very scary, very dangerous ship, so I feel like as far as Order 66 is concerned, they're going to be doing a lot of like the deadly work on that stream. And then this ship is going to be the like, let's try to save the world ship, maybe. Whew. Richard Ricardo asks, how do you feel the learning curve is for this game? Good question. Solid question. I would say it's not too bad. I think, would you say that it's, I think I'm using this right. The learning curve is a little steep. So in other words, as soon as you get into the game, there's a lot to go through, a lot of systems to learn. But it gets into that mode, my favorite mode with a building game, which is it unlocks your inspiration and your ability to just kind of tool around a little bit. Once you get the hang of it, you're pretty much gonna, like, every system and production chain functions in a similar way. So everything has between 2 or 3 dependencies to get to, like, for example, fueling a hyperdrive. This uses raw fuel, but once we get a more efficient one, then I need an energy refinery to refine the raw fuel into Hyperium, or hyperfuel rather, and then put it in the engine. But that is the logic, like, that's the production chain for everything. Like, everything has a raw into combining it with other raw into a final product kind of production chain. Once you get the hang of that, that's kind of the learning curve. That's the ball game.
Yeah, and like the most common mistakes is to try to build a massive ship from the beginning.
Right.
So if you think more like to build a small vessel to survive on, and then keep, like, the most important thing is to be able to move in space, to hyper jump, so that you can find more resources. So just thinking like, first build a small vessel and then build from there as you gather more resources. And,
so true.
Yeah.
Oh, Kalapadago is here. Hello. I'm glad you're here, my dude. Sorry that we're wrapping things up. Sorry to interrupt you there, Axel, a little bit. But just wanted to say hi. Yeah, I totally agree. Like, I think, basically that's the balancing act, and that's the learning curve. The learning curve is like, can you, make sure you're not, running low on resources. You kind of have to imagine ahead. You have to think ahead, like how many days, and that's what I like the new stats menu for. It's like, how many days water do I have? So I'm consuming 2.78, about 2, I would say an average of 2.1 or whatever water every day. Okay, I have 30 water. So how many days do I have? Like, that's something that I need to be thinking about at all times. So if I double my crew, I'm going to double my consumption and halve the time that I have to get something. Let's just get out of here. We don't need that last thermal regulator. We can just leave, I think. We're doing okay now. We got 33 in for blocks. That's good. Who was asking? Somebody was asking. Oh, yeah. Giano. Giano is asking for some shipbuilding tips. And I think earlier in the stream you gave some good ones there, Axel. One that I might even offer is like something that I learned today with these claimable vessels. Because I think what Giano was saying is he's trying to get away from having a lunchbox, just, filling out a big square. And that's always the challenge, right? It's like, do we go down here and take a look at this one? We might as well. Let's go get some of that raw chemicals, too. Maybe we do a little trade, and then I think we should get out of this sector and see what awaits us. So yeah, for shipbuilding, the thing I learned was I took this, Jano, if you're interested, like, you could start a run with a claimable vessel, because the claimable vessel gave me some hints as to how it wanted to be treated. The claimable vessel was like, oh, it's got this much. Oh, my goodness. A derelict space base. Oh, Alpha 12. You do me so well. So I would say, yeah, like a claimable vessel really helped me. And then for me, it's like create a shape that you like. There was like this little shape. And then the basic, this is like a level 1 like design thing, I would say, is just make it symmetrical. You know what I mean? Like, that's a good starting point. It's not something that you should always, it's not a hard and fast rule. But like, I saw this part of the ship. This was the derelict vessel, basically, right here. And so then I was like, okay, I'll just copy it over here. And yes, it is the Space Invader Peon. It became a Space Invader ship. And I was given that inspiration by the fact that there was already this little hole here. So I was like, okay, I'll make another one on this side. And then I'll make sure everything matches. And now we have a ship that kind of looks like it's got a little personality to it. I mean, if I say so myself.
Yeah, it definitely has personality.
Yeah, it's got a little personality. Is it a good-looking ship? I don't know. That's, maybe it's not for me to say. Triforce. Yeah, grid paper. Draw it out first, and then you can plan stages of growth. Yeah, I have a when I'm planning stages, like offline. I don't want to be in the game. I will. Can I walk on this? Okay, yeah. Okay, so we got to be careful. There could be some crawlers, and they're going to actually be able to get to us this time, so we got to be careful. But yeah, graph paper. I'll actually use, like, I don't know if you have Google Docs, But I'll load up a Google Sheets and like build a grid. Excuse me, I burped a little bit there. I'll build a little grid out of Google Sheets and kind of make them square and then do some design work that way. And it helps you kind of plan your eventual rooms and stuff. My Dime is asking, what about a copy and paste mirror for laying out your ship? What do you think about that, Axel, for ship design options?
Yeah, like a mirroring tool. Yeah, that would be nice, and probably some other tools as well to help design the ship.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can see about it and see what's possible to make ship designing a better experience.
I like that. I think, yeah, if I were to put in my 2 cents, what I'd love to see is like when you do your, like for instance on your sketch here, it's like you sketch something out. I'd love to be able to put walls in. You know what I mean? Like draw inside of the sketch. That seems like, I don't know if it would be a lot of work, but. Oh, careful. Yeah. Jamie took a couple of bites here. Jamie's taking a bunch of bad hits. We've got to pull Jamie back. A monster bite, but no open wound, so we're okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, there's another one. Shoot it. Good work. Didn't even get a bite in. And we've explored the MFB Ticonderoga, one of my favorite ship names ever. Ugh. The USS Ticonderoga, I believe, a Galaxy-class ship in Star Trek. And also a real ship. I think there's a Ticonderoga, like a vessel. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. All right, I got some Energium out of that, so very fruitful. And we'll do some of this scrap here. We'll get all that and expedite that over to the Pavlos. And there we have it, our first space base exploration / clearing. So that's good. I love this asteroid. I love how the docking port is on a hole right in the asteroid.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good. Hey, are all these custom design or are these procedural in any way?
Those are randomized. They're procedural.
These are random. Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, look at this ship. This ship is growing on me. I got to be honest with you. Let's do the roof here while we're here. Let's erase this. And what was I doing here? I had the yellow coming across like that. Feel free, folks, if you must, to roast me and my ship design in the chat. But I defend it as being kind of interesting. It looks like it peed itself. Crap. I'm just not good at paint, you know? Maybe we could put a big number on it.
Or an S for.
Oh, an S. Okay, yeah. Let's put an S. That's a good idea. Oops. Edit. Roof. Let's put a big like a black one maybe. Whoops. Clicked on the wrong button. Turn that away. Draw a black S. Oh, do you remember? I wonder if you can do the S's that everybody did in high school. I don't think I can. The solid that's a weird S. I've done better. Ooh, let's do that. Let's like have a thicker. Yeah, look at that. What about
nice.
This? There it is. The solid content vessel. Although it's not symmetrical. Hurts my feelings. Okay, it's getting a little weird. Oh no. Oh no. I told you I was bad at this. Oh no. What have I done? What did I do wrong? Why does it look so wrong already? Oh no. Okay, we gotta restart. We're restarting. Oh dear. Okay, let's go here. Okay, let's go with the. So what is this? One in. Oh, draw. One in, across to about there, down to here, and across. Okay. We're going to leave it for now. There. Okay, that's now I'm leaving it, I promise. Okay, that looks kind of cool. I like that. Okay, how is our salvage going? Transfer. We got a lot of work to do in this sector here, and some asteroid mining to do. We have 30 water left, and only 16 energium, so things are not doing great. We also have a couple of some things to read here. What's the name of the reader of the writer? I forget the person who wrote this lore.
Well, his nickname is Hambone.
Hambone, yes, that's right, and he's got those because he does the graphic novels as well.
Yeah, he has like his own novels.
Oh,
so
I love that. So shout out to Hambone, like go check his stuff out as well. So this is just the initial story, and this is the Tranquility. Now I have a question for you, Axel. Maybe this is one of my last questions, but what does these things? I think I've run into one of the ships.
Yeah.
Are the Tranquility, all the different ships that we're going to read about, are they all in the game, in every universe somewhere?
Not all of them, but
okay.
The Mary Shelley is in the game, and also the Baron Station is in the game. But we still have to like add to them a little bit, some content. But they're in the game. You can find them.
Well, and they seem to be bigger ships as well, aren't they?
Yeah, so the Baron Station is a big station, and there's a Baron that lives there, and he's rich. He has his own servants and stuff, and then the Mary Shelley is a 2x3, which you can now build yourself.
Oh, so, sweet. Yeah, right. So, yeah, it was a big 2x3 ship, which we now also have access to.
Yes.
I love it. Where's my priorities here? I want to make sure somebody's prioritized on research. Yeah, we don't have a priority researcher. We have a priority industry person. Hal, get to doing some research. There's no industry to do. I guess we could get you recycling a bit. But just a bit. We're just going to do 3 energy scraps because I don't want to overdo my my energy, my power here. We're not producing very much power on this ship, so be careful. Let's see, did that use up a lot of power? Hard to tell. Oh yeah, there was a definite down spike there. So we're basically... Although I'm seeing here that my capacity is 20. So that means... Oh, right, because each of these is 10. So I could actually generate quite a lot more power. So that's good. Okay. I see people asking about where stuff is. Okay, Solid is based in Vancouver, BC. And my address is 175. No, I'm kidding. Where are you guys all based? Is everybody Finland?
Yeah, we're in Finland.
Yeah, the whole team.
Yes. All 3 of us are.
Oh, this is a good question from Cry Closet here. Will we ever see wall-mounted oxygen generators? I do like that idea of like being able to research ways to get more things off the ground. What do you think?
It's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to think about
Agent
it.
Slabath, Vancouver is where I live. Especially last night. Good Lord. Had a thunderstorm. So yeah, you think that's like a potentially possible good idea? Oh no, the pirates are coming.
Yeah, exactly.
Time's up. Okay, we got everything. Good. We don't really need all those noble metals. Let's let them go for a little longer, and then let's get out of here. But also, let's me also get out of here. My throat is starting to hurt. 3 hours of talking. But don't worry, folks. I've got a video of a different game coming out tomorrow. Base 1 is coming out tomorrow. And then I'm going to be back on Thursday for another big, long stream. Maybe even longer than this one. I don't have anything planned for that day, so I might as well just, like, stream. I'll have a lunch break in the middle of it and keep streaming. We got to get out of here. Jump. Get us out of here. Red alert. Okay, it's automatically red alert. Oh, I turned it off auto. No, let's keep auto on. I don't think I should be trying to manage their priorities. Triforce is asking if I've eaten. Yes, I have. Hey, Jano, nice to meet you. Stick around the channel. Let's see you on the other streams. If you enjoyed yourself, come on back. Team Fiasco says, love Finland. His crush lives in Oulu. Did I say that right? Oulu? Oulu? Say that again?
Oulu.
Oulu.
Yeah, almost. Pretty good.
Oh no. Let's get out of here. Ha ha ha. You're not catching me. Now, we've looked at this ship already. Yeah, we did that one. So we're going to come up here up north. We're not going to go back down to all this stuff, unfortunately. We are going to careen into the next star system. We are no longer a one-star system ship. We have now graduated. Let's go take a look over here. Do you recommend having crushes on people from Oulu?
Well, if you like traveling, because you have to travel.
Oh, it's a long one, eh? It's a ways away.
Yeah. and it's also pretty cold.
Oh, I mean, I kind of like cold. I'm from Calgary in Canada, which is a very cold town.
Well, it's dark during the winter, but it's very much light during the summer. So
kind of a payoff.
Yeah.
You got to wait for it. It's kind of like in Vancouver. It rains like crazy. And then later on, you get a little something in return. Okay, where am I going to put storage? I think we need to put a big storage here. So it's getting a little less like symmetrically designed. But I could still put a small room in here if I wanted to put like a prison or something here. But I was also thinking some weapons terminals could be good. That was very Canadian, lol. What did I say? What was very Canadian? Or just all of the thanking each other. Cry Closet is also a Canada person, I think. A Canada person, that's what I'm calling people. All right. Well, folks, things are going really well. This is a last tour of our ship here. We've got this hull in here. Axel, I'm sorry that I must leave us. I could stream all day, but I got duty calls.
Yeah.
And we will see you in the next stream. I don't know if you want to join, but you're welcome to. More than welcome. Always fun to have you around, Axel.
So I can
jump in on the Thursday one. Let's sell some more copies of this game. Let's get more people on board Space Haven.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at our tour here. So obviously we have like the command deck here, kind of a bit of a Millennium Falcon-y vibe. Hal here taking a much needed nap. I think this Hal is not going to be shifty. This is going to be dependable Hal over here. Wait, wasn't he? Where do we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Wasn't his name Scrubs? He had a nickname. It went away. Yeah, Scrubs. My Firefly reference. Oops. Hang on. Okay, don't worry. We're getting back into the tour in a second here. His nickname disappeared. Okay, there we go. Hal Scrubs. Okay, Scrubs here. Well-earned break, so that's going to go well. Ralcom Maynolds may be the captain of this ship here. Working hard on some research, getting our medical bed up and running. We'll probably stuff that in this corner here. Definitely going to be necessary the more danger that we get into. Over in this area was our new section. We're not sure what to do for it, but right now it's kind of doing some of our industrial work. Then our hod bay for our hod pangers are down here. And then we get into our engine section. Whirring to life. You can kind of hear the buzz if you listen carefully. You can hear the hum. I love it. That's this back section here. And then we go over here into our airlock, just positively full of goods. Goods that we should probably find somebody to sell to. And some tool facilities, some much needed facilities over here. You walk past the hum of our oxygen generator and back in to our main gallery. One day there'll be a kitchen here. Maybe it'll be a bigger space with the humdrum of lots of activity. It'll become a major hub with small bedrooms off of the side or something like that everyone can go in and have a nice sleep. Maybe it'll even protrude past the feet, and these command sections can be off to the side like this, continuing on down. I think that's what we're going to do, is we're going to extend it this way a little bit. Not too much, though, because I still want it to have this down-to-earth, like, homey quality. I still want this ship to feel like a small ragtag home for, between 6 and 8 people, maybe a couple of robots skittering around, the odd refugee that we take in, and the prisoners that, of course, we either sell to justice or compost. Let's be honest, we're probably going to compost them. And so here it is, the SCS Pavlos. What are the last few things? Vampy, you didn't remind people to hit the like button. Oh, yeah, hit the like button. Consider joining and becoming a member if you're interested in that. Thank you so much for those that did join. Don't, feel any pressure to join if you don't want to. Thanks for all the chats. You are all absolutely wonderful folks. I hope you found this episode to be some truly solid content. And we're going to keep flying these stars. We got a lot to do with this ship. We have a lot to get through. We still have to sneak through the pirates and the slavers to get to that abundant resource zone. Then come back and defeat them. Triforce says, solid, plug your podcast. I also have a comedy podcast called Peter and Chris. This time it's different with Peter and Chris. Look for Peter and Chris on YouTube and you'll find it. We just got to interview Pete Holmes, a very big American comedian who you might love. I certainly do. So thanks for joining, and we will see you all in the next episode of whatever it is that we are playing. Most likely Space Haven for the next 6 years. Axel, thanks so much for joining. It was a real blast to have you around.
Yeah, it was fun.
All right. And hopefully we'll see you in the next one. And for those of you watching, think up some more questions. Axel is always around. And we'll see you all later. Goodbye.